From the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada.
Ladies and gentlemen,
this is Roz and Mocha.
it's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno Mars.
This is Selena Gomez.
The Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Alessia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Roz. Mocha. I think Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow!
You just won $1,000.
That is amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man. This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Powered by Air Transat.
I'm reading this story about this psychic. Do you believe in psychics?
No.
Oh, here we go.
But I don't.
Yeah, no, they're legit.
They what, Maury?
They're legit.
No, they're not.
Well, how do they know that you have a family member named Michael?
These people are masters at. They don't say Michael. They're in the room and they go, okay, I'm getting something right now. I'm getting something. Your name is, excuse me, who are you right now? Your name is?
Maury.
Maury. I'm getting a message from a family member. Do you have another, it's an M. Is there an M?
Yes.
Who?
Yeah, Michael,
yes. Michael, okay. And Michael is close to you?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
Michael's close to you. And your relationship with Michael, is it good or?
Yes.
It's okay.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah. He said it was good. Okay. So he wants me to tell you, was there something that when he passed on that was he in the middle of doing something or was there something that he didn't complete?
He was building a shed.
He was building a shed. Okay.
Yeah.
He wants to, it's actually kind of funny because he wants to know if the shed actually did get complete.
No.
It didn't get complete. Okay. And the relationship with Michael you said he was close, right?
Yes.
He was close to you and not father. No, but close. Almost like a father figure though.
Yes.
At times.
Yeah.
Okay. And so the relationship was?
Uncle.
Okay. And this is your father's brother.
That's right.
Okay. Your father's brother. And their relationship was good.
Yeah, from time to time.
From time to time. But there were times that you felt that your relationship was better.
That's right. Yes.
That's
yes,
right. And that's where the father figure came from.
Exactly.
I know nothing about any of this story.
Bro, that was so good. Do me next.
Okay, so that's how psychics work.
Mind blown. How did you know?
Okay.
Where do I sign up? How do I make an appointment? That's how psychic.com. Nobody take that domain. I'm gonna set it up for you, bro.
Anyway, so this woman who's a psychic from Florida, every now and then in that sort of world of psychics, the shady psychics, not the legit psychics, Maury, like me, the shady psychics are in it for the big payday. And there was a psychic in Florida who back in 2007, when she was only 17 years old, she was working at a psychic and she met a woman in a mall and she managed to convince the woman that there was a curse on her and her family. And the woman wound up spending in total over the course of 7 years to this psychic to remove a curse, $1.6 million.
No! Does she have an Uncle Michael too?
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Apple reviews. Love reading through these. Thank you to everyone who's taken the time to log on to their account on Apple and to write these reviews. It's fantastic. We love you for it.
Yeah.
Melon M writes, I just started listening, but I love your podcast. I have never listened to a podcast, like ever. But you guys are amazing to listen to on the radio every morning. My station never changes. I love listening to you guys, but honestly, Maury, change your underwear and don't turn them inside out. Best show on the radio or on the podcast ever. So, Melon M, thank you very much.
Somebody just took time out of their life, man, and like logged in and made a handle and found the right way to write it and everything else just to tell Maury to change his drawers. Like, that is just so wild to me. It's so amazing to me, man.
I was in bed yesterday sleeping.
Yeah.
Matthew wakes me up because I always put my clothes on the couch because I get dressed in the living room in the mornings. He wakes me up and is holding my underwear and goes, "How many days was this?"
Why?
Because
Did they smell or something?
No, because if he sees the same ones on the couch all the time, he wants to know how many days was this.
Oh, so he walked in the house like 3 or 4 days and it was the same drawers lying there.
Yeah, and then he's like, we don't wear our underwear more than once.
I find it weird that as a married man, when you get ready in the morning, you can't even get dressed like in the bathroom or like your own bedroom. You have to go get dressed next to the couch.
Yeah, it's weird. It's, right? You know what I mean? It's like you're having an affair and his real husband came home. All right, what do we got? More reviews?
Deanna Alexandria writes in, love, 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 and left us 5 stars. So we love that. Thank you. I don't get a chance to listen to the live show, so I'm super happy that there's a podcast. Every week, I'm waiting anxiously for the next episode to drop. Definitely recommend. By the way, wherever you listen to the Roz Mocha Show from, we are based out of Toronto, Monday to Friday, 6 to 10 a.m. Kiss925.com is how you can listen to us live wherever you are. We are 6 to 10 a.m. Eastern time, okay? Restoration Greg writes this. By far, the best part of my day. I travel across Canada for my job, and I listen to the Roz Mocha Show and podcast daily. If you don't thoroughly enjoy listening to them, you are just wrong. Wow. Keep up the great work, guys. So thank you very much to Restoration Greg. Woodland Beauty gave us 5 stars and said, Roz and Mocha, you guys are amazing. I've been through some tough times, and the live show and the podcast never hesitate to make me smile. I've been listening to the live show for about 4 years, and every topic is so different from the next. My bus driver would always put the show on, and the rest of the bus would just sit there silent listening to the show. When we switched buses, I was heartbroken when I was told we didn't have a radio. Once I missed the bus. My mom had to drive us to school. I have to say, I never regret missing that bus. That's when I found out about the podcast. The next days to months listening and re-listening to the episodes over and over again. I love your show and never stop putting smiles on people's faces. So Woodland Beauty, wherever you listen from, thank you for leaving that wonderful review. We get all of these from Apple Podcasts. So if you have some time and you feel like writing some stuff, go ahead, log on, because, again, we love reading these and sharing them with all of you.
Yeah, and we'll do our best. I mean, I know that Mocha tries to get through as many of the comments as he can on each podcast, but it is difficult because you guys are so awesome and there's a ton of them, but we will do our best to get as many of those comments on the podcast.
Let me
as well.
end on this one. This one, the subject line is Love from Vancouver. This is from Roman Rappaport. I've completely stopped listening to the radio. I should have read this one ahead of time.
Yeah.
I've completely stopped listening to the radio. This podcast is amazing. Roz and Mocha have an absolutely amazing show. All 3 of these guys are just brilliant. So thank you very much for that, Roman.
Yeah, it's real tough because we got to say, like, you have to still listen to the radio show. This is like a companion to the radio show.
Yes.
Right? It's a companion. It's in case you miss something while listening to the radio show. You can get caught up on what you missed.
Instead of.
It is not instead of.
I can't tell you the amount of times, because we're on 6 to 10 a.m. Eastern, right?
Yeah.
That we get texts at 925-555 while we're on the radio from people who are commenting on things that they're listening to on the podcast at that time.
Yes. Yes, I know.
So
don't do that.
This is the companion to the live show. But we love you for listening, no matter how you listen. And we love you for all of these wonderful reviews that you're leaving. Again, Apple Podcast is where we get this from.
Yeah. The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Oh, it's a day of celebration, everybody. It's a day of celebration.
Get crazy, get wild.
Oh, yeah. Not only is it a Jersey Day, but Mike, the situation is getting out of jail.
What was he in prison for again?
Tax evasion.
Oh,
he lied to the IRS. Both him and his brother.
Right. So he's out of the joint today?
Today is the big day.
It's a big day for you.
Mike, the situation from Jersey Shore being released from a New York federal prison today.
Here we go.
Woo! baby.
Right, this is a big day.
It's a massive day. I know everybody in the streets is talking about it. Everybody.
Yeah?
Yeah. You guys knew, right? You had it in calendar? I had it
Oh,
in my
yeah,
calendar.
man.
I put it in my calendar.
Big day for me.
Come on. Did you know? You knew. Reading the news, the headlines today?
No idea.
Are you sure?
I haven't seen the headline. I do nothing but read headlines.
Yeah, that's a big headline. Like a situation from Jersey Shore being released from prison
I
today.
have not seen that anywhere, but I'm very happy for you.
Have you been watching the latest season of Jersey Shore?
No.
Oh my God, that's so
no.
good.
I'm very happy for you because I know that this means a lot to you. So I will
finally
let you
live his best life, a free man.
Yes.
He has changed his life around. I will say that.
That's fine. I'm happy for him.
Damnit Maurie hit the streets to get some congratulations from all my other Mike the Situation fans out there who I know are extremely thrilled and happy that the sitch is finally out.
My name is Pero.
Dude, Mike is a free man.
Who is Mike?
The sitch.
I don't understand. Thank you. Bye.
Excuse me. Big news, Mike, the Situation, a free man.
I could care less.
It's huge news. We're time to celebrate. Mike is a free man.
Which Mike?
The Situation, the sitch. The sitch is free.
No, but I don't know what Mike the free man is.
Mike the Situation, how are we going to celebrate?
Well, we already did. Well, we had dinner and we watched Martin Eden and
Who the hell's that?
amazing.
Mike is a free man? I don't know. Who's Mike?
Mike the Sitch.
Mike the who? I don't know. We're from the States.
You should know even more.
I really don't know who you're talking about, but I'm really excited.
Come on, guys.
Mike! This is huge and exciting. Mike is free.
I don't know how to celebrate if I don't know that person.
Mike is free. Can we just sell it? Can you just go, woo! Woo! Mike is free.
Mike is free!
Mike the Situation from Jersey Shore.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
Jersey Shore.
And?
It's great news!
All right, great news. Yay!
I honestly had no idea that he was in jail.
I'm so sorry to interrupt, but are you totally stoked and totally excited that Mike is a free man?
I don't know, Mike, who you're talking about.
The Sitch.
The Sitch?
Mike is free!
I don't know who the Mike is.
Mike the Situation from Jersey Shore is a free man.
I didn't even know that show was still around.
And now he's a free man from jail.
Honestly, dude, I don't give a
See? Everyone's so excited. The mic is out.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Damnit Maurie met somebody over the weekend.
Hey, Maury, come here for a sec.
Who?
It was Anna Wintour, right? Is it Anna Wintour or Anna Wintour?
Well, it depends on who you ask. The fashionable people would say Anna Wintour.
No, but which is it, though?
Anna Wintour.
Say it?
Anna Wintour.
Excuse me?
Like you're winning a tour.
Oh, that's a third.
Oh, Anna Wintour.
Anna Wintour.
Yeah.
So is it Anna Wintour, Anna Wintour, or Anna Wintour?
Is
Do
it
you
bad
hear a
if I-
difference at all?
No, not at all.
No?
Is it bad if I tell you guys I don't know who that is?
Okay, so for Mocha and everybody else, explain Anna Wintour.
If she's not like a part of Wu-Tang,
Yeah.
if she doesn't make Jordans, if she's
Okay.
not a wrestler,
She sat beside
I don't know who that is.
Meghan Markle at the U.S.
Okay,
Open.
that's not important. Who is Anna Wintour
She's the
for
editor
Mocha?
at large for Vogue.
Okay.
All of the
what does that
Vogues.
mean, editor at large?
She runs Vogue. Anna Wintour is Vogue.
Okay, that's all I have
Devil
to
Wears
say.
Prada?
Never.
Okay, she's the Devil Wears Prada.
Okay.
You never saw Devil Wears Prada?
Never.
You got a weekend project, Holmes. That movie's dope.
What?
Yeah.
It's insane.
So anyway, so Maury met Anna Wintour on Friday,
Yeah, on
right?
Friday morning.
But how he managed to get a meeting with Anna Wintour is the incredible story.
Maury was like super nervous.
Okay.
And here's
'Cause
how.
it is Anna Wintour.
Okay, and here's how everything started. He slipped up on a word,
Okay.
and I think she was just being polite and skipped over his slip up and just continued.
Okay.
But I won't play you what she said after. I'm just going to play you up until Maury slipped up, okay?
Yeah.
I don't know whether I should bow or courtesy. This is so cool to meet you. What an honor.
Say Maury.
Maury, like Povich, but better looking.
You said I don't know whether I should bow or courtesy?
Did you mean curtsy?
Okay. So before we get to the actual meeting between Maury and Anna, it started with an email that Maury sent to Anna Wintour. And he was shocked that it actually got to Anna Wintour. So who did you send this email to?
And Anna at Vogue.com.
No, you didn't.
Hold on, what? You sent it to her like email, her work email?
Yeah.
So you just took a guess at Anna at Vogue.com.
I'm like, maybe this will work. But I sent it to Anna at Vogue.com, Anna.Wintour at Vogue. Like I tried, like, what could the three be?
A Wintour at Vogue.com?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's just that simple, Anna At Vogue.com?
It was one of them. It
I
was one
checked
of them.
What are some of the other emails of people there? It must be the same algorithm.
Right. Okay. So
Simple.
this is what Maury just wrote to Anna at Anna.com.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, Anna, if this actually gets to you, then I guess it's possible for dreams to actually come true.
Oh, God.
My husband and I are such big fans of your.
Of your what?
Of your. YOU''RE.
Period?
Exclamation point.
Oh, we're big fans of your. Okay.
Myself, I think you are truly a role model and the true definition of superhero. You ooze power and make it look so fashionable. You and Beyonce are, in my books, tied for first in the fierce department. Except she has hot sauce in her bag. And I can't see you doing that. Knowing you'll be in Toronto this weekend, what is the matter with you? Knowing that you'll be in Toronto this weekend, I wanted to take a chance and email you and ask ... Can I meet you? If you see this, do you have 1 minute for a big fan in Toronto? Yes, I'm a young gay man who adores you.
Come on. You did not say that.
You are so lucky to have the incredible, worldly personality that you have. I hope to one day have the balls to be as honest and outspoken as you. Any meeting, I'm in. I always say to myself, quote, be like Anna.
Yeah, right.
And they called him.
Come on.
They called him.
With all that spelling and grammar?
Yeah, they called him and they were like, how's 1 o'clock?
Can you believe that? Is it because you're a young gay guy?
Can you believe that? Yes, I'm a young gay guy who adores you.
So what happened when you got face to face with her and she said, oh, this is a middle-aged man.
Yeah, I know. Right?
With a beard and everything.
Okay, so here is the meeting. And as we pointed out earlier, Maury's, where did he screw up again? What did he say?
Instead of saying curtsy, he said courtesy, in, I don't know if I should bow or
courtesy?
Courtesy. Not bow or curtsy.
Oh, yeah. Hi,
I can't believe you got my email.
Of course, I read
We're gonna do a quick photo for
my
here.
emails.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
By the way, don't judge how I'm looked.
Well,
I
I'm
normally dress to the nines every day. This was last minute.
You're supporting the right artist.
Quickly have to add, honor to meet you. As a young gay man, you are a legend and a role model, I think. Such an honor to meet you, by the way. Very honored. Thank you.
God, what was the other word you just screwed up there and there? Please don't judge me how I'm looked.
This was a last minute put together.
Please don't judge me on how I'm looked. This was a last minute put together.
Oh, yeah. Hi,
I can't believe you got my email.
Of course, I read
We're gonna do a quick photo for
my
here.
emails.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
By the way, don't judge how I'm looked.
Well,
I
I'm
normally
judging.
dress to the nines every day. This was last minute.
You're supporting the right artist.
Quickly have to add, honor to meet you. As a young gay man, you are a legend and a role model, I think. Such an honor to meet you, by the way. Very honored. Thank you.
Move along.
Okay.
Also, your compulsion to lie at every step of life is remarkable. So apologizing for how I looked. But why did you have to say normally I'm dressed to the nines?
Because it's Anna Wintour.
She can tell you're not normally dressed to the nines.
She can tell you're not normal, especially based off this.
I don't know whether I should bow or courtesy. This is so cool to meet you. What an honor. Maurie, like Povich, but better looking.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Transat's luxury collection offers 40 or so hotels in 10 sun destinations. Transat customers enjoy exclusive benefits such as free access to VIP airport lounges.
Love a VIP airport lounge, man.
You feel like a big deal, right? Option Plus upgrades on Air Transat and private round-trip transfers between the airport and the hotel.
Yeah, there's also a ton of other benefits as well. You get free Wi-Fi, unlimited gourmet a la carte dining. We all like that. Plus, when you're at an all-inclusive, the one thing that you miss the most from just a regular hotel stay is 24-hour room service. And with these, that's what you get. You get that 24-hour room service, but you're part of an all-inclusive, so it's like free. Like you don't have, it's not $27 for a cheeseburger like it is at a hotel. You don't get that anywhere else. Also, bathrobes, check. You got to have that when you're on vacation. And slippers. I know slippers sounds like not a big deal now, but when you're in that room and your feet hit the floor and it's like 80 degrees outside, but that tile's kind of cold.
Yeah.
Them hotel slippers, you never take them off.
Go to transat.com to see all the resorts and to book your next luxury vacation.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, the Property Brothers are in the building!
You can't cheer for yourself, Drew. That's just weird.
Why
That wasn't me. That was obviously some lady with a high-pitched voice.
Are you kidding? No, cheering for yourself is what we do.
No, maybe what you do.
Please. Jonathan and Drew Scott, I don't even know where to begin. Where do you guys want to start? You want to start with the kids' book? You want to start with Builder Brothers?
Well, because I think, didn't Roxy say it was her favorite book of all time, the first one?
She did.
And it got better. This time, it's better together.
Right. Yeah. So these are wildly successful. At what point did you guys realize that there was a market for you to sort of expand and infect the children of your crazed fans as well as the crazed fans?
Infect. It sounds awful when it's infect.
But it's not. But that's what happens, is that anytime you guys release something, people, like, it is this thing that they consume and then they love you forever.
I think it actually came from when, we've been doing our shows now, Property Brothers, for over 10 years.
Yeah.
And we would be walking down the street and 5-year-old kids would be like, Mom, Dad, that's the Property Brothers. And the parents are like, what the hell's a Property Brother?
Yeah.
And so knowing that kids are very tactile and they like building, it was a natural progression for us into the books. And the response for the first of the series was amazing.
Yeah.
And we love to. It's good it's great messaging. I mean, this book is all about how working together is a great thing. It still has great messaging about, failure is not a bad thing if you learn from it. And I'm looking forward to this book tour because getting face to face with kids, reading the book and seeing their reaction is the best thing in the world.
Is failure easier to talk to when you're talking to kids? Because sometimes as adults who are very successful and you guys have the empire you do, talking about failure doesn't often seem like a great idea.
Yeah, you're right. And it's too close to home for people like Mocha. Because he goes through a lot of it.
But guys, come on, man.
Come on.
You get a nice big intro and everything. Scream out your name early in the morning. Always welcome me in here.
Hey, a lot of adults, they kind of feel you can't show your weakness. But failure is not a weakness. And I love that kids are more open-minded and they don't mind tripping a little here and there to learn from it and grow. And that's what we've done. We would not have any of the successes that we've had over our lifetimes if we didn't trip a lot.
Right.
If you talk to any extremely successful person, they'll tell you probably the number one ingredient to their success was failure.
Yeah.
You have to go through it. And so, and I think in the book too, it's cute because especially anyone who has siblings, if there's multiple kids in a family, it talks about the fact that there are a million right ways to do something. And it's okay if your method is different than somebody else's method. It doesn't mean it's any more right or any less right. But at the end of the day, working together is the number one thing.
Yeah.
Are you guys gonna keep on the kind of trend of attracting kids to building and working together by coming out with like a Property Brothers tool set for kids? Well, I would like to make that request because in our house, our 2-year-old Cruz, he is like now big time into tools.
That's actually the next step. So we have already come out with an entire line of real power tools for children. Yeah. I'm just kidding.
What did I say? I said that a half hour ago. I'm like, just give me a real drill.
Yeah.
Start out with the plastic.
I will say you are right. That is something that we have in the works. What you're talking about, because kids love to be tactile. Any kids growing up like to be tactile. That's why at the back of the book, the first book we had, building a birdhouse. The second one, it's a soapbox derby car. It's a mini car,
right?
And it's something very cool and easy that kids can do with materials around the house, just with their parents or teachers.
Yeah. So you have the Brady show. You guys redid the Brady Bunch house, which is awesome. The Property Brothers. Your new show starts September 23rd at 9 on HGTV Canada. For that show, which one are you more pumped about?
I mean, well, the Brady Bunch house is iconic. I mean, everybody grew up watching that. Multi-generations grew up watching the Brady Bunch, and that's going to be a lot of fun. But Property Brothers Forever Home, I mean, we've been so excited about this, and we're actually filming here in Toronto right now. We have 31 houses on the go right now.
Wow.
And for us, it means so much more. There's so much more heart to this new show, Forever Home, because it's people who have the house and they want to keep it, but it's just not working for them. So some people have inherited it from their parents. Others, this is where their children were born. So there is so much more heart and emotion in these stories.
Property Brothers, thank you so much for joining us
You're
on the
welcome.
Roz Mocha Show. As always, anytime you're in the city, you know the door is always open. You're more than welcome to join us on the show.
And even with all your failures, we still love you.
Shut up. Guys. All right. That last line about being open and welcoming back.
That's why I'm your favorite.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So that's it. Nicki Minaj is done with music.
Well,
according to her, she's retiring. I don't think she's retiring.
No.
She says she wants to start a family. I think part of the reason, and I'm not trying to hate on someone who says that they want to start a family.
No.
But I'm wondering if there is even more to the story, as in the fact that Nicki Minaj has not had a hit in years.
Yeah.
She's released songs, but she hasn't had a certified hit.
Now, why is that?
In years.
Can that be explained or no?
I don't know why. And I like all of her tracks. I like everything that she's released, but they're just not, like, on a commercial level, they're just not catching.
No.
And I don't know why.
I don't know either. For me, I like Pop Nicki, right?
Yeah. Starship, Super Bass, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I enjoy that Nicki. I love rapping Nicki, which is why all of her kind of like latest tracks I'm really into. My all-time favorite verse from Nicki Minaj is the one that she did on Kanye West's song Monster. It was on the Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy album. It was Kanye, Rick Ross, Jay-Z, and Nicki, and she had by far the best verse out of any of them on that track.
Pull up in a monster automobile gangster with a bad chick that came from Sri Lanka. Yeah, I'm in a tanka, color a Willy Wonka. You could be the king, but watch the queen conquer. First thing first, I'll eat your brain. Then I'ma start rocking hoes so fast. Cause that's what a motherfucker monster do. Hairdresser from Milan, that's the monster do. Monster just to be healed, that's the monster.
I don't know, she'll be back. I think she's gonna be back. But yesterday, Devon Miller, as soon as the news broke, as soon as Nicki put that out on Twitter, Maurie hit the streets to find out what you thought of Nicki Minaj retiring.
I feel like that's a good thing. Family's more important than anything, so I feel like that's a good thing.
But how is she going to afford to retire?
She could definitely afford to retire, definitely.
It's pretty shocking. That's like kind of all I can say. Like I listen to her music and I kind of know like most of the words. So like, yeah, I would want her to keep making more music.
So selfishly, you want her to just keep working and not worry about starting a family?
Yeah, but like, I mean, she needs to get on with her life.
Good for her if she wants to like know that at her point in her life, she wants to settle down. I don't think she'd probably leave forever. I know she'd probably come back. Yeah, she's like a big icon, so.
So moments ago, Nicki Minaj posted that she's retiring from music to start a family.
All the best, Nicki Minaj.
I don't like Nicki Minaj, so she needs to retire. I'm more of a fan of Cardi B and Foxy Brown, and they don't like her, and I don't like her. Nicki, you need to stop rapping. You need to go sit down, have your kids. Girl, bye.
Oh my God, what are your thoughts?
That's actually hilarious. Well, that's good for her, seeing as it'll keep her out of trouble, seeing as she likes beefing with other celebrities. Like, I'm kind of a Nicki fan. She hasn't really put anything good out. Sorry to all the Minajes. Like, it is what it is. Like, R.I.P. Nicki Minaj, I guess.
Ooh. Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Yo, V, it's Roz and Mocha.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are you today?
Good.
Okay, so you, geez, V, I don't even know where to start here. You wrote us this, Roz and Mocha FML, Fix My Life. I need some sound advice from people who have no clue who I am. Oh, if this isn't the best way to start one
right?
of these, I don't know.
I'm so excited for this.
I broke off my engagement to my fiance of 8 years about 2 years ago, and lately he's all I keep thinking about. I don't know if it's because I know his birthday is coming up, and a big part of me misses him and his family. The last time I reached out to him, he was very rude. I heard from a mutual friend that his parents were asking about me. They wanted to know if I was married or with somebody else. I'm basically wondering if he still thinks of me or if he's just happy being complacent with his new love life because that's what's easiest and most convenient for him. Wow. Okay.
So, V, are you in a relationship right now?
I am, yeah.
You are.
Of how, like, for how long?
Like a year and a half.
Is this the guy that you dumped your fiance for?
No,
Okay.
no.
So
No.
why did you call off your engagement? Let's start with that.
Probably because I realized that we weren't really like a 50-50 type of relationship, that I kind of felt like he and his job and his life were more important than me.
But was that actually the case, or is that how you perceived things?
Well, I mean, I moved cities to be with him so he could put his career first.
Mm-hmm.
And mine sort of never kind of mattered as much. So I just feel like if you're supposed to go into a marriage, you're supposed to feel as pretty close to 50-50 as you can get, knowing that it's never 100% like that.
So what was his reaction once you broke off the engagement?
He was pretty upset.
Yeah.
I mean, I was obviously really upset about it too. It's not something that I obviously took lightly.
And he's in a relationship right now?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. For how long? Do you know?
I have no idea.
First of all, I will say this. I'm in my head right now thinking of all the people that I know who are couples, long-term, everything else. Maybe one couple that I know is the relationship so-called quote-unquote 50-50.
Yeah.
Because it's an unrealistic thing to try and even out the lives of two completely different people. It doesn't work that way. Mm-hmm. And you guys have to come to agreements that make the relationship work, not come to agreements that make the relationship even.
Yeah.
Here's you want my take on this? Like just straight up off the top?
Truth bombs for your head top real quick.
I think you got regret on regret.
Yeah.
I think you regretted moving out there and playing what you perceive to be second place to his career. I think you regretted that. I think you felt slighted by it. And then you broke it off to make a point, to take a stand, to reclaim your life. And now I think you regret breaking it off. And now you're dealing with double regret. And you think you've made a mistake. And you want somebody to tell you that you've made the right choices when, if you ask me, you've made the wrong choices. Because it seems like you still love the guy, even though you have a boyfriend of a year and a half. You're now calling us to find out if your ex-fiance is still in love with you. That is somebody who's dealing with a lot of mistakes.
All right.
Yes or no?
I mean, I kind of feel like no, because I've kind of, become more of my own person in the time that, like, we haven't been together. And I've, put my career back on track, and I've kind of done a lot of things that I wasn't able to do when I was with him.
But why weren't you able to do that when you were with him?
Just because of the type of job that he had. He was kind of here, there, and everywhere. So
but why couldn't you have just done your thing, but just done it together?
Because it was in a smaller city, so it's just not, like, my career option is just not available.
So are you willing
I was living.
So what, you want to walk away from that again and go and live with him in that small town?
No, well, I'm living in that small town now. He's not.
So now that it's convenient for you to be in a relationship again with him is why you've been thinking and kind of like playing this out, right?
I mean, I think even before that, I was just kind of thinking more about, like, what was happening.
Okay, the guy you're with now, the year and a half that you're with now, right?
Yeah.
When you close your eyes and think of your future, is that the guy you're with?
I mean, I could probably say yes. I haven't thought about, like,
Close your eyes right
getting
now.
married again.
Close your eyes right now and think about your future. Is your boyfriend of a year and a half the guy that you're with? That is not a tough question. That is not something you should say. You should not be saying, I could
can answer
probably
for
see
you.
that.
The answer is no.
I would say yeah.
You would
say yes, but you're asking us about your ex-man? Your ex-fiance?
Mostly I'm just asking about his family.
No.
No, you want to know whether we think it's a good idea that you pursue your ex-fiance.
You said, I'm basically wondering if he still thinks of me or if he's just happy being complacent with his new love life because that's what's easiest and most convenient for him.
I think he's fine where he is, and you just need to leave that guy alone. Stop thinking about him. You're in a relationship right now.
Okay.
And it's also not fair to your new boyfriend for you to be thinking about this other guy and wondering whether or not he misses you or is still thinking about you. Because what if the answer is yes? Then what are you going to do? Break it off with this guy that you've been with for a year and a half? That's not fair.
Yeah, that's true.
Does your boyfriend right now know that you still have these feelings for your ex?
Probably not.
Yeah.
No, the answer is no.
The answer is no.
Not probably not.
Yeah.
The answer is straight up no.
You got to start taking some responsibility. I think the life that you're living right now is you've made some mistakes that you can't deal with. So what you've done is somehow turned yourself into the victim, or the one that deserves the sympathy, or the one that deserves the sort of help here. And I don't know if that's really the case. I think that you have to come to terms with the decisions that you've made. I mean, life is about choices, and we deal with the consequences of those choices, and other people deal with the consequences of your choices. And it seems like right now there's a few people in your life that are dealing with the consequences from your choices, but you're the one that needs to actually face them.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. Thanks, V.
Yep.
Okay. Bye, hon. Take care.
Bye.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
On Kiss 92.5.
So Devon Miller in Barrie, Ontario, was reunited with her cat, Tuscan. And I immediately saw this and I started to cry, because just thought of losing one of my cats is a heartbreaking thing.
You're a big cat person, and you got 3 at home.
Yeah. Now, her cat was gone for 34 days. This is the crazy part of the story, though, is that I think it was abducted by a neighbor.
Which is so wild.
And released like out in the wild somewhere.
Yeah.
And then somebody found the cat like a month later wandering around.
How'd this cat survive for 30 plus days like that?
Because kitties are homicidal maniacs. That's why.
Look out, birds.
Hey, Devon.
Hi, good morning.
It's Roz and Mocha. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good. How's Tuscan doing?
He's doing really, really well.
Okay, so how did this happen? Because to me, the part of this story is the wonderful joy of you being reunited with your cat. But the part of the story that I'm stuck on, and it's hard to find information on it, is how did a neighbor abduct your cat and then drive it like 30 kilometers away and just leave it?
You mean? I have no idea. It's really the strangest thing. She baited the trap in her backyard.
So she had a trap in her backyard?
Yeah, she had a humane trap in her backyard. She baited the trap and lured him in and drove him away.
Has she done this before? Like, not necessarily to your cat, but to other animal owners in the neighborhood?
I hope to God not. But, I mean, you never know.
But as a neighbor, do they know? Obviously, they've seen your cat before, right? Or did the cat just get out as a one-time thing?
No, it wasn't a one-time thing. He doesn't get out. He's an indoor cat.
Okay.
But my household's super busy.
Yeah.
And he has been out before. But we always try our best efforts to kind of get him back in and go from there. So she claims that she's seen him before. I'd like to know the proof, to be totally honest.
Yeah.
And it's super complicated. I don't really. There's a lot of hearsay here in the neighborhood and from her side.
Do you get along with this neighbor at all?
I've never met her before.
Oh, okay.
So here's my question. Obviously, you guys started putting up posters all over the neighborhood, right? Looking for Tuscan with pictures.
Yeah.
The neighborhood knew about it. At what point did that neighbor who abducted the cat and released it come to you and say, "Hey, that was me"?
She didn't. We approached her.
How did you find out?
I have good investigational skills.
Okay, so other neighbors talking and probably told you, "Hey, we think it's so and so."
Yes. So I mean, we're all we're a pretty tight community, and you're aware of your surroundings, so you know who some of your neighbors are.
Yeah.
So somebody knew this person and said, "Oh my God, I know that person, and I know who that cat belongs to." She approached me and said, so and so took your cat. She showed me the videos and all the evidence, and I just ran to her house. And the look on her face when she opened the door, she was in shock. She had no idea that she got caught red-handed doing it.
You charge her then, right?
Can you?
Personally, I can't.
No.
The police took it into their hands and charged her with 2 bylaw infractions, which she's now disputing in December.
Wow.
So in talking to the police and obviously just animal services and whatever else, is this something that happens frequently that we don't know about? Neighbors abducting cats and then driving them out to the wild and releasing them?
I mean, I can't speak to that. I can tell you it's happened to me before, so I've got experience with it.
Yeah.
I spoke to a lot of farm owners on my canvassing hunt. And a lot of people do say they see vehicles pulling in, doing U's, and dropping off animals out of their vehicles.
How far was Tuscan from home?
I'd say probably 5.5 kilometers away.
Oh, my God. And he survived okay? Like, is he skinny? Is he okay? The vet says he's all right?
Yeah, he was gone 34 days.
Oh, my
and
God.
when I got him and I was reunited with him, he had the body of a senior cat.
No.
He had dropped quite a lot of weight.
Yeah.
He was only about 9 pounds, just over 9 pounds when I took him to the vets.
Yeah.
We had blood work done. I still have to do a few tests for him now that a few weeks have gone by and he's kind of settled in the house.
Oh, my God. My heart.
Yeah.
And he's got a belly full of mouse, huh?
Man, he's
Good for him. Good for
Devon
him.
Miller and Barry, thank you so much for joining us on the Roz Mocha Show. Your cat, Tuscan, was released into the wild, survived 34 days. He was gone, back with your family. We're so happy that he is reunited with you guys and that everybody's okay.
Thank you, guys. Yes,
All
we are
right.
happy too.
You're
Appreciate
great. Thank
it.
you so
Take care,
much.
Devon.
Have a great day, you too.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So what can you tell me about the new Apple stuff? Please, I
Oh,
need to
my
know.
God.
I saw something and I stopped reading. What in the hell is a slow-fee?
You can now do slow-mo, right? So on your phone, you know how you have the slow-mo feature?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Slow-mo feature only works on the camera that's on the back of your phone that faces outwards.
Okay.
Right? They've now added that feature to the camera that faces you. So when you're doing a selfie, if you want to do a selfie video,
right,
you can do that in slow-mo.
Gotcha.
Game changer, bro.
It's interesting.
They got my money.
With a group of people 2 days ago, and everybody's just taking pictures because it's a film festival and everybody looks so great and just take a picture of me and all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
And I'm overhearing this conversation because somebody had snapped a picture, and of course everybody's like, okay, let me see it. And everybody was in the same location, and it was the same lighting and the same everything else.
Yeah.
And then somebody took a picture and they were showing it to people, and everybody then just freaked out and was like, oh my God, you got to take one of me. You got to take one of me. And they were losing their minds over this picture. And they were like, why is that so good? And then the woman who on the phone went, because it's a Samsung.
Ooh, ouch.
And in a room full of iPhone users.
Ooh. Ouch.
They're like, yeah, the good cam has been in my bag for 2 years.
Ooh. Well, and that's the other thing, right?
Yeah.
Is that it's no secret, but people still get hype. People like me, I can fully admit I'm an Apple stan.
So am I.
Right?
I won't switch.
People still
Hell
get
no.
hype over these features that have existed on Samsung phones for years.
Yes. Yes.
For example, night mode. When you take a picture in the evening, it will instantly illuminate the setting.
Right.
Your surroundings. It will
Yes.
illuminate your subject.
Nobody likes to flash at night.
Right.
Right.
But Samsung phones have had that forever.
Forever. Yeah.
Right?
But it doesn't matter, though.
But yesterday, everyone was like, oh my God, finally night mode.
Yes. So what are the sizes of the phones? Are they roughly what the 10 is now?
Yeah,
Or
and there's
have they
one
gone-
there's one that's a little bit bigger, like the iPhone, I guess the 8 Plus, the big one, the biggest one.
yeah.
That's what the size of one of the
10 Max Pro Jupiter, whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah,
Or the 11, whatever it is.
The 11 Max XL Supreme.
Okay, yeah.
That one.
I gotcha. So that's a big phone.
They got new iPads. Now, here's the thing though, because I kind of rushed to pre-order my iPad.
Yeah.
Right? But I didn't hit purchase just yet because the iPad that they released yesterday or that they announced yesterday.
Yeah.
If you're in the market for an iPad, and I mean, that one may be fine for you, but it's not better than the best iPad that they have out right now.
Oh,
which
it's
they
not-
didn't
oh.
update, which is the iPad Pro. They have not yet updated that one. So the new iPad that they announced yesterday, and there are it's kind of minuscule things.
Yeah.
But if those minuscule things matter to you,
sure.
The new iPad that they announced yesterday is not better than the current iPad
interesting.
Pro.
Interesting. Okay.
Also, the new iPad that they announced yesterday, if this matters to you, only works with Generation 1 Apple Pencils, whereas the iPad Pro works with Generation 2 pencils.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, so you can't use the new iPad with the newest, latest
That's
iPad
very
pencil, Apple Pencil.
un-Apple-like.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
What else did they announce? Oh, they announced like their arcade system within the phones. They have like a whole division.
But what's with the 3 cameras on the back?
Oh.
So what does the third one do?
So,
X-ray vision. Please tell me it's X-ray vision. Please. No, it's not. No, damn it.
I can see through clothes.
Thank God. I knew it. I knew this
Not
day was going
underwear,
to come. Oh, not underwear.
No.
Apple. You know what I mean? Figures.
They're saving that.
Yeah, figures.
They're saving that for the next update.
Nah, they'll never. They're not down with that. They're not down with that.
No, so they have like your standard kind of camera that takes a regular picture. You have another camera that gives you a little bit of a wider view. And the third one gives you an even wider view.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
So 3 lenses for 3 different kind of like aspect ratios of whatever it is that you're
More
taking a photo
junk
of.
in your shot.
More junk.
Right.
What else did they announce? Oh, the Apple Plus TV service.
Oh, yeah. How much is that?
It's like, okay, so in the US, it's $4.99.
It's not bad.
As in $4.99. I think in Canada, it's going to be $6. $5.99.
Do you also have to be like an Apple Music subscriber? Like, do you have to already have that one subscription or no?
You know
Does
what?
that
I don't
matter?
think
You
so.
don't know? No?
I don't think so. But they showed the trailer. Everybody knows that the morning show television show with Jennifer Aniston, Reese Witherspoon, and Steve Carell.
Yeah.
We all saw that trailer.
Yeah.
But they showed the trailer for a new Jason Momoa show called C.
Does it look dope?
Dude.
Really? Yeah.
Like, I'm getting that service.
Really?
I need this show. Go watch the trailer, dude.
Oh,
it's
I'm
really
gonna go
good.
broke with this stuff, man.
Yeah, now what else did they
really
announce? They
am.
announced a new Apple Watch.
Jeez, nah, I'm not interested in that.
There's just so much stuff.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm into the Slofi. I don't like that name, though. It's stupid.
What should we call it?
I don't know. It's just a selfie. But like...
Yeah, but it's a
in
slow
slow-mo.
motion.
Call it a Slofi, then.
That's what they did.
Okay, well, whatever. Then okay.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Do you know what trypophobia is?
What is it? Hold on here. Say it again.
Trypophobia.
Trypophobia. Trip. What could trip be? Trip is trip. Spell it.
Trypophobia.
Trypophobia.
Now, don't say there's a fear of tripping because that's where they'll get you.
That's where who gets you?
Like the people who name these things.
Trypophobia, I'm going to say, is something that is probably, it's a terrible sounding thing to be afflicted with, but I'm guessing that the actual breakdown of what it is something nonsense. It would be like somebody who is afraid of elevator doors who open too slow. You know what I mean? It's one of those dumb phobias.
Because I saw this word pop up on my timeline a lot yesterday.
Yes.
And I come to find out, trypophobia.
I know what it is.
What?
No, you go ahead.
According to dictionary.com, trypophobia is an intense emotional reaction to clustered patterns of holes or bumps.
Yes.
Is that what you were saying?
The reason why this started going like crazy yesterday is after they announced what the new iPhone XL Max Supreme is going to look like, because it's got the 3 camera lenses on the back.
Yeah.
And a couple of the tweets, 3 cameras on the new iPhone actually triggers my trypophobia. I can't have people walking around me with those cameras every single day.
Oh, God, you're so precious.
Somebody said, yes, it grosses me the F out.
Yeah.
The clusters, the horror.
But you know that those feel like, here's the thing, is that the feelings are real with all these like sort of phobias. I'm afraid of, things clustered in certain group numbers, right? Like the feeling is real, but the actual thing that makes you feel that way isn't real. Like you have to understand that you gotta find somebody to talk to.
Like, is it all kind of clusters? Like clusters of many things?
Like bumps. I don't know.
Like popcorn ceiling? Or peas on a plate? Or apples in a barrel?
Okay, how many times in your life, Maury, are you regularly around apples in a barrel?
Once a year when I go apple picking. But I have popcorn ceiling. That's why I said popcorn ceiling, and that's clusters.
Trypophobia is an intense emotional reaction to clustered patterns of holes or bumps.
So like what? Like a honeycomb?
That would be trypophobia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
that would trigger somebody's trypophobia.
Clusters or bumps?
Like a golf ball?
Absolutely
A golf
major
ball?
trigger.
What else would it
Freckles.
Sorry, what would you say?
Freckles.
Freckles?
You say freckles weird.
Yeah,
Freckles.
What?
Freckles.
Freckles.
Why do you say it like that?
Freckles.
Freckles.
It's almost like you have a half lisp. Freckles.
Freckles.
Hold on here. Say it again.
Freckles.
Spell it.
Freekl.
Freckles. Okay, hold on here.
Get out.
Maury, spell freckles.
Freckles.
Okay. Freckles.
Freckles.
Now, okay. Say it again.
Freckles.
Freckles.
I'm sorry, that's what they are. The bumps on the face.
You're
first of all, they're not
pronouncing
bumps.
it. You're pronouncing exactly. You're pronouncing it. You're pronouncing it like it's spelt Freekls.
Yeah.
Freckles.
Freckles. Say freckles.
Freckles.
Right. Now say-
Freckles.
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 Spell it.
Freekles.
Man.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. What do you have there?
Did you know?
Oh, no. Hold on. Are you going to do something right now?
Yeah, do you want me to whisper it in your ear?
No. Well, show me what it is that you're going to do.
No, because I never ruin it. The next 10 days are palindromy.
A what?
Palindromy.
Palindromy?
Where, for example, today is September 12th.
Do you mean a palindrome?
Yeah, but if there's many, palindromy.
Palindromy. Okay.
Today's the 12th of September, which is 91219. Backwards, it's 91219.
Yes.
Look, and it's for the same for 10 days.
Yes.
On the 19th, it's 919199.
Right.
And then the 18th, 91819, which is 9181. This is interesting, dude.
Is it, though?
Why is it interesting?
It was trending, which makes it interesting.
But why, though?
Because it's like an oh my God situation where it's
But
like...
why is it an oh my God situation?
Because it's the same forwards and backwards.
Yeah.
But
which is super cool because that doesn't happen very often.
Like the word boob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say, or hat.
No. Ta. Yeah. Really, you just come in here to do a whole routine on palindromes, and the one example you give is hat?
Which isn't a palindrome.
Say another palindrome.
Not car.
Say another palindrome. Bob. So what is a palindrome? Explain what a palindrome is to
Where it's
people.
the same forwards and backwards.
Okay.
Like boob, B-O-O-B.
Mocha already said boob.
No, I'm explaining it to you.
No. I already know what it is.
He knows what it is.
I know what it is. So give another example of a palindrome.
LOL.
What's that?
LOL.
No, a word.
Okay.
That's more than 3 letters.
Okay.
A word that is more than 3 letters.
Okay. Moop. Nope.
Boom. Boom.
Okay.
Boom.
9.
No. Give a word, man. Come on. Think of a word.
I am.
Clearly, he didn't prepare for this whatsoever.
I did prepare.
No, you ripped something off Twitter.
No, but I didn't think he would say, give me more that are not
why
this.
wouldn't I? I want to have an interesting conversation about palindromes.
Okay.
Think of just any word that is more than 3 letters that is a palindrome, the same forward as it is backwards.
Okay.
Mocha already gave an example.
Boob.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Next is... Toot. Sure.
Not wrong.
Yeah, no, not wrong.
Like you're tooting and then backwards you're tooting.
Okay. What about something with more than 2 letters?
Well, toot's 4.
No. 2 separate letters. 2 different letters.
Huh? Oh, like, okay.
Think of a word that is more than 4 letters long.
Yeah.
And contains more than 2 different letters in it.
Like
there's a famous one.
Is there one?
Yes.
Okay. P. No. Poop.
No. That still only has 2 letters.
No, that is 4.
No, Maury. P and O.
Oh my God. Dude.
Okay.
Okay.
What about a word like race car?
Race car.
What?
Yeah.
Spell it out.
Your mind is about to be blown.
Car.
I know.
Like, oh man.
But backwards it's RAC.
It only works if you
Holy
spell
hell,
race car
race
right.
car.
Do you know how to spell race car?
RACCAR.
What?
But then
What?
backwards,
No,
I thought
that's
it was gonna
wreck
be
car.
No, RACECAR.
Okay. Yeah.
But I thought backwards it was rock. But then it's like if you move the E from the race over to there.
You shouldn't have to move any letters in race car to make it a palindrome.
That's fascinating.
Stop moving letters in race car and just read it backwards.
Race car.
Yeah.
That just blew my mind. So today is 91219.
Yeah,
Okay.
very
Thanks,
palindromy.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I love the stories when celebrities try and apply for trademarks. Like, do
Okay.
you remember when Taylor Swift wanted to own This Sick Beat? Remember when she tried to trademark that?
Yeah.
Right? So the latest one, this may be the most insane celebrity request to trademark anything. So, Gene Simmons of Kiss. You know that guy? So he owns the trademark for the money bag. You know, like you see all the time in like games and everything else. It's the sack with the dollar sign on it.
Bro, they have an emoji for it that I use all the time.
Yeah. So he found out years ago that nobody actually owns the trademark on that money bag. So he bought the trademark and now makes money off every time anybody.
No.
Yes, of course he does. So he owned that. So the latest is LeBron James. LeBron James.
Yeah.
Applied to the U.S. Patent Office.
Okay, hold on. What is LeBron going to trademark?
Yeah.
His hairline.
He filed an application to trademark Taco Tuesday.
Get out of here. Yeah? Good for you, LeBron. Yo, Lil Jon, that line got so famous, so big, so fast.
Yeah.
Lil Jon made a song called Taco Tuesday. So.
You ready to eat some tacos, bro? You ready to eat some tacos, bro?
How do I not play this in my house?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't want no pizza.
So, of course, the United States Patent and Trademark Office denied him.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
There's a topic that made the front page of Reddit that had the comments going like crazy.
Okay.
And I want to read to you what these comments are. Somebody posted the question, what is something you won't ever stop complaining about?
Okay.
And this took off. Some of the responses. People that throw garbage out of their car window or litter anywhere in general. I get so angry. This is a weird one. People who relocate things that were perfectly placed.
Don't come to my house.
That's you, right?
No, it's not me.
That's not you?
No, I shouldn't say that. Catherine is really, really good at stuff like that, but she only moves my things. I've said this many times before. She could walk in and the house could be a disaster because just we haven't got to anything yet. And my computer will be on the kitchen table and she will walk past every other mess, pick up my computer and put it back on the shelf while I'm on it. Like, I'll just be at the fridge. My computer will be open on a web page.
Sure.
YouTube video paused. She will walk by, close my computer, pick it up and put it on the shelf.
You don't need this anymore.
Yeah.
All right. What is something you won't ever stop complaining about? Here's another response from Reddit. People that take one step through a door, then immediately stop moving.
I will never stop complaining about somebody who is completely able-bodied who walks up to any door and stands there and hits the button to have it open automatically. And then they just wait.
Wow. You could have taken part in this Reddit thread.
I will never stop complaining about that.
Somebody else wrote, it drives me wild when I see people with no social or spatial awareness that stand right behind you in line. People play I Will Always Love You as their first dance song at their weddings. But do people not realize it's a breakup song?
Okay, but hold on now. How many weddings have you been to where that's actually a problem as their first song? Like maybe 2?
I don't even know if I've ever been to a wedding where
that sounds like somebody's trolling.
that song was played as the first dance.
Also, to make up that story, to just get clout on Reddit, you must really hate that song.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
It's such a classic.
Yeah.
Another person wrote, women's clothing not having pockets or a sufficient number of belt loops.
It's fine. Well, I used to wear women's jeans exclusively, right? Like back in the 90s, because they just fit better. Designers were different and everything else. And I remember when I started wearing women's jeans, I bought a pair. They fit like, it was like they were fantastic, like they were made for me.
Yeah.
And I put them on and I went to put my hands in the front pockets and they were sewn up.
No.
There was no pockets. It was just for show. Because because on super tight jeans, what you don't want is you don't want to see the outline of the pocket on your thigh.
Oh,
so a lot of women's jeans don't actually have the pocket.
Wow.
Right?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, man.
Again, this is from Reddit. List of things we won't stop complaining about.
God, I could talk about this forever. Now you got my head going. People who walk up escalators. Don't get me started on escalators. I've done that rant many times on this show.
Somebody wrote, lack of using your turn signal.
Yeah.
Somebody else wrote, radio commercials that have honking, crashing sounds, or random car noises. I will say this. This morning, driving into work, I was listening to an old Cardinal Official song, right?
Yeah.
Loud. It's called Heads Up. And throughout the song, there are police sirens in it.
Oh, geez.
Even though I know that the police sirens are in the song, every couple of seconds, I would still look in my rear view mirror or like pay attention around just to make sure that there aren't any cops around.
Right.
Not that I was speeding or anything.
Yeah,
but
no. But it still freaks you out.
Another person wrote, when you pull the tag off of your clothes and the little plastic thing doesn't come out.
Or what about when you pull the tag off a shirt and you rip your shirt? Why is it sewn right into the shirt?
I know, it should just be left. I think they should make a specific tag on a shirt or article of clothing that is easily removable from that piece of clothing for you to specifically put price tags on.
Can I tell you my ultimate thing that I will never stop complaining about?
Okay.
Because I complained about it yesterday.
Okay.
I will never stop complaining, and I will never understand why when I walk in to the grocery store that I've gone to for years, one day, and they've just decided to switch things up. The toilet paper's no longer in 3.
Oh, where things
the
are
Mexican
in aisles.
food is no
or
longer
whatever.
in 4, it's in 2. They just switched things up. Everything looks the exact same.
Yeah.
Everything is on the same place on a shelf. It's just in a new aisle.
Right.
It kills me. It makes it takes me twice as long to shop.
What about when you buy bowls and the price sticker on the bottom doesn't come off?
That's the other thing. If you buy something that doesn't require a sticker on it, don't put a sticker on it. I shouldn't have to buy the thing and also Goo Gone. Right? That's rude.
Man, you guys are perfect for this
Or people who
Reddit thread.
text and then say, "Did you get my text?"
That's you every day, bro. Finally, from the Reddit topic, things we won't stop complaining about. Everyone listening right now, you're probably sitting in a drive-thru, and this is gonna trigger your emotions. People who take too long ordering at the drive-thru. The drive-thru is for ordering food quickly. If you don't know what you want, if you have a large order, or if you are ordering for multiple people, go the hell inside.
I've said this to Roz when I'm in the drive-thru to get the coffee in the morning and somebody in front is ordering this long laundry list of stuff. I'm like, you got to go inside now.
See, just because Maury agrees with that now I'm all for ordering everything in the drive-thru. Just because I don't want to agree with Maury. Isn't that weird?
So if you're sitting in a drive-thru right now, order like
all.
5 things.
Yeah. with modifications on everything.
Every single order.
Yeah.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Enrico Colantoni. What's up, man? It's Roz and Mocha.
I didn't know I was going to get to talk to you guys.
Come on.
I would have woken up 10 minutes earlier.
My man. How are you doing?
How are you? How are you guys?
Good,
How are
man.
you?
You had to know that It's a Beautiful Day was going to get the response that it did, but it still must feel really, really great.
Yeah, man. From the time we read it, it was like, wow, I just so want to be a part of this. I'll do anything. God, it's just beautiful, man. Have you guys seen it yet?
No, I haven't. I didn't get to mark it, so I haven't seen it yet.
There were little screens, little private screenings, and I hadn't seen it until Sunday morning. It was I brought my family with me. And they had these squeaky chairs in the theater, and everybody was going, squeak, 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 with the weeping, with the quiet.
So when did you finish, because you only just saw the movie you said on Sunday, when did you finish filming this movie?
We were done last October, the end of October.
Did you cry when you saw it?
Dude, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
It was just beautiful. And of course I cried.
Yeah.
I knew what was happening. I knew the moments that were coming up, and it was just you know what, man? It's like, I can't wait for people to see it, because they're really going to talk about just the film in terms of like, don't we need this movie right now with the state of the world and all that stuff? Yeah, man, of course. We could always use a little Mr. Rogers. The message has always been there, but we're too dense as human beings to like see the beauty in people and see the beauty in the world. We just want to blame everybody else. So I can't wait till people see this movie and are reminded of the spirit and the soul of Fred Rogers, who could just look at you and just hear what you had to say.
Enrico Colantoni is on the Roz Mocha Show right now talking about his new movie, A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, which also stars Tom Hanks playing Mr. Rogers.
It's really wild to me that if you went through a list of people, you created a list of people in the sort of last 50, 60 years in show business of who were universally liked and people where it would be almost impossible to find somebody to say a bad word about them. Fred Rogers, Fred Rogers and Tom Hanks would be very close together on that list. And it's wild to me that Tom Hanks looks enough like Fred Rogers that he can now play the guy who is probably the only guy in the history of show business who is above Tom Hanks on that list.
It's so true, man. But not to take anything away from his ability to transform into the man. I mean, yes, there are a lot of similarities between the two men. They're both beloved, and they're both so generous in spirit. But Tom really, he's not Fred Rogers. And to see him, that subtle transition from Tom, and Tom's talking to you all of a sudden, okay, we're rolling cameras. All right, he's Fred Rogers. Oh my God. How did he do that?
Can you remember during the filming of A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, the very first time you, along with everybody else on set, looked at Tom Hanks as he was Fred Rogers, like for the very, very first time?
The film was shot on the actual stage where the show was filmed all those years ago. The guy I played, Bill Heisler, still very much alive, still very much the gatekeeper of the Fred Rogers legacy. And so under all that context, to see him come out in his red sweater and do that first scene, they recreated the stage. It was like, and there are still people in the background, and the one of the musicians was still one of the original musicians.
Wow.
And when they it was through their eyes when you realize, oh man, this is his spirit is still very much alive, and it's channeling right now at this moment through that man. But people who had lived it and experienced it with Fred Rogers were still in that room, and they were like, oh man.
Brother, you're about to make me tear up right now real quick. Come on, man.
Wait till you see it. And it's not sappy. It's not a sappy film. It's not a sappy film. It really is just, the simple message of what is really the most important thing in our lives. I'm telling you, I've never been invited into a film so beautifully ever in my life.
That's so incredible.
Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood gets released on November 22nd. Enrico Colantoni, thank you very much for taking time out of your day for joining us on the Roz Mocha Show, man.
We're going to keep talking to each other, okay? I know you got to keep talking, okay? I love you guys.
All right, man. Love you too, pal. It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine?
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Yo, Brianna, what's up? It's Roz and Mocha.
Hi.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm good, thanks. How are you guys?
Good.
Whew. So you wrote us this. Hey, Roz and Mocha, FML. My partner at work is a dinosaur that is so angry at life that he makes everyone around him avoid him. He's told me several times that I talk too much and that if he tapes my hands together, that would shut me up. I don't know what he means by that. He's also sexist and doesn't have a filter to what he says. What can I say to him? How do I deal with someone this rude? Wow.
So what do you do for a living that you're working with this terrible person day in and day out?
I'm a security officer at a casino on the track side.
Okay. So when you say partner, like he's like you're partnered up in the security game?
Yeah. So he's like the person I work with every day.
Right. Okay, cool.
So what's his beef? Like, why is he so crusty?
I don't know. Everyone tells me he hates his wife.
Yeah.
I
no.
You mean to tell us he's got problems outside of work? Okay, so he hates his wife. Yeah, what else?
Oh, I don't even know. Like, he hates everyone at our work.
Yeah. Does everybody talk about him when like he's not around?
Oh, yeah.
Is there a chance that he knows that everyone talks about him?
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
Oh, okay. So no wonder he's going to be crusty to y'all.
So I'll say a couple things. I'll tell you what I've told to so many people when dealing with somebody like this at work. The first thing you got to do, which is the hardest thing you got to do, which is don't take any of that personally. It's not about you.
Yeah.
The second thing that you can do is you be blunt in calling him out without being threatening, because that's only going to escalate the situation, right? So you can say something to him like, listen, man, I know you hate your life and hate this job, but the reasons you hate all those things have nothing to do with me, so shut the hell up.
Yeah, that's what my boss told me to do, too.
Right.
And I said that to him.
Yeah.
But he said I need to use my brain more often.
Wow, that sucks.
Okay, so is this just sort of like playful? Like, is there a playfulness to all of this that you're just fed up with, or is he legitimately mean?
Sometimes I think he's joking around. Like, there's times where I think he's joking, and then there's other times where I think he's taking it full blunt at me.
So you should, in those situations, maybe just ask him, be like, yo, are you joking right now, or is this being serious?
Yeah.
And just see what he says, right?
Yeah.
Calling somebody out as well, you don't have to say much in a situation like that. Like, calling somebody out as being rude is sometimes all it takes. Like, especially in a sort of work situation, like if somebody says something and then somebody turns to that person and they just go, rude. Oftentimes that works because you're not expecting that.
Yeah.
Right? To be called rude is it's almost more of it's a larger weapon than sparring back, than sort of engaging in that display of, I don't know, viciousness or whatever it is. Like, oftentimes just calling somebody rude is enough to sort of de-escalate any sort of rudeness that they have. But I think that you can, I think that what the position that you need to put yourself in is to just let him know that you know exactly who he is. He is a very unhappy, angry dinosaur of a person. And that stuff may be fine for everybody else and it may be fine at home. But all that stuff that he brings to work has no place being said to you. So you can exist in your rude little world, but when you talk to me not like that. You need to figure out a different way to talk to me. What you do at home and with anybody else, I don't care, but when you speak to me, you're not speaking to me like that.
Yeah, I never thought about just saying like rude to him, so I'm going to try that because he's fine some days, and then there's just days I think maybe there's like, I don't know, he just snaps and he makes comments all the time. One time he told me to shake my head to see if my brain was in there. I don't know what he has.
It's terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible.
I'm not laughing at you in the situation. I'm just laughing at these lines that this old guy's giving off.
Right.
Like,
but here's the thing. Here's the other thing that you can say to him, right? Is like if you do want to do battle, because for me, I like to tussle, right? Like I like that sort of back and forth. It doesn't make for a healthy work relationship. But the one thing I would say to him is, I'm not your wife, so don't talk to me like you talk to her. Because you can tell that those are all lines that he uses on his wife in his unhappy marriage. You know,
have you or anybody else at your work kind of like thrown it back at him, like little disses here and there, just to see what he says?
Yeah, there was one girl before me that was partnered with him, but she had enough with it and then went on to the other side, onto the casino side, and gave up on him. So
okay, so like, do you want to get the guy? Like, here's the thing. What do you want to do? Do you want to get the guy fired?
I mean, I think that's what my boss wants.
Yeah,
and I think he's using me as leverage, as kind of like all right, like, let's go to the union.
Okay, well, you can do that. I mean, if he's unionized, you know it's very difficult to fire a guy, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's going to file a grievance, or they're going to package him out, and it's going to be the whole thing. You know the deal with dealing with unions.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so if you want to fire the guy, then you know what to do. You can take those appropriate steps. Now, if you just think that he is this sort of, old dinosaur, you can handle it. It's not about you. And if he changes the way he talks to you and you're cool with it, then you're only left in a position as to whether you want the company to then use you as the tool to get rid of this guy. And then that's a different conversation altogether.
Yeah, I don't mind the guy. He's a good guy to work with, and he knows what he's doing because he's been there for 11 7 years.
Yeah.
So I can learn a lot from him.
Yeah.
It's just like adapting to me, I think.
I will say this, though, and we've given this advice to other people who've been in similar situations, because I know right now our text lines are blowing up with like, oh my God, you should go to HR and companies, okay? HR and companies are not designed to protect the employee that is going to HR. HR and companies are designed to protect the company.
Yeah.
What does he mean when he says that if he tapes your hands together, that would shut you up? I'm curious.
You know, I've asked everyone the same thing, and I've said it to everyone at work, and they don't understand it either.
Oh, okay.
Ask his wife.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I should ask her next time.
Hey, Brianna, thanks very much for reaching out.
Thank you so much,
I
guys.
hope that helped, because I know that the lines and everything else, we were having a good time with this, but this can become a serious thing at work, and nobody wants you to be in a position where you don't feel safe or you don't feel respected and all that stuff. So we're on your side with that, but you know, you gotta figure out the best way for you at work to deal with this.
Yeah, of course. Well, thank you so much.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life
on Kiss.
I didn't hear any of this Blake Griffin stuff from the Alec Baldwin roast. How brutal was it?
Oh,
was it?
Yo, we can't play that on the radio.
Do we have one clip here? Do I have one clip? Yeah. Okay, hold on here. So, who does he go in on? Obviously the Kardashians, right?
He goes in on, man. If this is the clip that I think it is,
yeah.
Yeah.
Come in here, Maury. Come here for a second. I didn't listen to this
he
because
goes in
I
on
wanted.
Caitlyn.
I kind of
makes a comment. He makes a comment to Alec, but then goes back to Caitlyn.
But it's very funny.
Okay. So this is from the Comedy Central roast of Alec.
At least? It's bleeped, but keep in mind, they released the clip, so I mean, it's not like it's people haven't seen it.
I also saw a clip that they released. And it was not bleeped. Are you 100% sure
this is bleep? I'm 100,000% sure this is bleep. But it's funny.
Okay, you've been wrong before.
I'm wrong every day.
This is like Mocha's about to pull the pin in a grenade right now. I'm
Just so we're all clear,
I'm super nervous.
I'm very uncomfortable playing this clip.
So hold on here. Okay, so it was the roast of Alec Baldwin.
It was.
And Blake Griffin shows up, and obviously they wrote him just a ton of material to drag the Kardashians, right? Is that the deal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or I don't know, maybe he wrote it himself?
No, they don't write. The stars don't write their own jokes.
I don't know.
All the comics write the jokes for them.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
I'm going to step.
Okay.
Just so you guys know, I'm stepping far away, okay?
Okay. Here's to hoping this is a dummy grenade and we just don't all kill ourselves.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm closing my eyes.
Okay.
Caitlyn completed her gender reassignment in 2017, finally confirming that no one in that family wants a white.
Oh, man.
Caitlyn is so young. Alec just called her a rude, thoughtless little pig. Look, for real, I know we're all here making fun of Caitlyn, but honestly, I want to take this moment to publicly thank you. As an athlete, I want to thank you for your bravery. And as a human, I want to thank you for the doors you've opened. And on behalf of the entire NBA and half of the rappers on the Billboard charts, I want to thank you for giving your daughters their daddy issues.
Oh, God. So Caitlyn Jenner wasn't there, right?
Yes, she was sitting right there. Oh, my God. He was looking at Caitlyn like dead in the eyes when he said that.
How was the response to that?
She seemed cool with it at the time.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So Facebook finally launched its free long-promised dating service.
What?
Yeah, so I guess now there's a section on Facebook where you can, I guess it's like I don't know, like Match.com or Tinder or whatever. I don't know. It's not my idea, man. Look mad at me.
Yeah.
But they already launched in Canada, Brazil, and 17 other countries. So I guess we're always the first up here. It's kind of great. Us in Australia, they always test this stuff out on us.
We are number one.
So Facebook finally launched its long-promised dating service in the U.S. The service is simply called Dating and is free for Facebook users, although they will have to create a separate profile. Oh my God, so you got to do a new profile within your Facebook profile?
Another one?
Yep. The service will let you tap into your network of friends to identify who the secret crushes are and hopes to have a full integrated with companion site Instagram by the end of the year. So I guess there's also going to be Instagram dating.
Oh, God. So you're going to have like
If you're interested in
like
that,
another DM section?
I guess. Or like a separate profile.
Like
or
slide into my DMs?
Yeah, you have to slide into the DMs of my DMs in order to get a hold of me. Yeah, I know. But see, my problem is now is that I worry because I have no use for something like this, right? Yeah. And so my problem is now is that they're going to do this on Instagram because I really love Instagram. I think it's a safe space. Generally, people are kind. You only... Every now and then you get a terrible comment from somebody. It's not like the YouTube comments and it's not like Facebook or God forbid Twitter. Yeah. Instagram is usually a safe spot. But what I don't want is I don't want everybody to migrate over to something other than the regular Instagram feed because they already did that with stories because I don't do Insta stories.
Oh, I love stories.
I just don't have the time to do stories.
Yeah.
But I feel that I'm missing
Do you
a lot.
watch stories?
No, I don't. I don't.
Stories are more popular than
I
actual
get
posts.
that. I get that. And
they're great. I watch them all the time.
And it pisses me off because I love Instagram and I love the feed. I just like looking at pictures. I hit like, I make a comment, I whatever, right? Yeah. But everybody's now moved over to stories. And so I think all the good stuff is happening over on stories, but I don't get that because I don't use them. And now with the dating stuff, I fear that now you're going to have a third avenue on Instagram to put all the good stuff that I'm not going to get to participate in because I just like the Instagram feed.
Yeah.
Right?
Wow.
So, poor me.
Poor you. You got to start dating now.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I know.
Profile.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Bro, my life is about to be turned upside down.
Oh, no. Why? What happened?
Yorkdale Mall is opening a massive Nike Town store that's like 33,000 square feet or something.
What? So what is the difference between like what's a Nike Town store? Explain that to me.
Imagine a city where everything is Nike. Yeah. Everything.
But don't
they
you
used to have one? I don't know if you remember
What's the difference between that and Foot Locker? What? Seriously, though.
We're talking like multi-level Nike, all Nike, everything.
Okay, but can't you get all that at Foot Locker?
No, not everything.
Okay. What about
Trust me, and I spend like enough money at Foot Locker already.
But what about .com? Can't you just get all that stuff at .com?
I know, but it's the experience of the mall and the store.
Okay.
Yo, I'm a sucker for this stuff, okay?
Really?
Yes.
You know what's interesting about you is that you actually aren't, and I never notice it, but you talk a lot about going to retail.
I love it.
Where most people I know will go in, if they like a brand, they know their sizes in that brand and they order online. But you love retail.
I do. I love shopping, dude.
Yeah.
I love the experience of going to a mall and going into a store.
Don't get me wrong. I was raised on malls. I love malls.
Like, I love picking up multiple, sneakers or shirts or whatever it is, and maybe trying a bunch of stuff on, right? Yeah, it's easy to, like, if I'm
it's
like...
interesting, though.
Like on a Saturday morning, right?
Yeah.
When Foot Locker does, like, all their big drops.
Yeah.
Releases.
Yeah.
Okay?
Thank you. I was going to ask.
I know.
Okay.
And I know my size. I know exactly what I like. It's like boom, 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 click.
Sure.
And it gets sent to the house a couple days later.
Yeah.
But there's just something else
But
about
you like going
to
it's interesting.
a mall.
It's interesting. That's lost on people, I think. I don't think there's a lot of people who find the enjoyment in going to a mall. I don't know.
Because it's so easy. The options out there are so easy to get whatever it is that you want, right? Well, like especially with fantastic things like Amazon, where you know exactly what you want, and most people I know, and I know not everybody has Prime, but most people I know have Prime. You just say click, 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 and then it's at your doorstep either that day or the very next day, and you can move on with your life.
It's very similar to what it used to be like when you had to go to Blockbuster or any sort of video store, and that is the one thing that is removed from life in 2019 and years before. But the one thing that has really been removed is the sense of disappointment when it comes to entertainment or retail. Because I remember, and I'm sure you do very well, the days where you would get up, get dressed, go out, hit the mall looking for that thing, and they didn't have it.
I know.
Right? Or you walk into Blockbuster and you're like, man, that movie just dropped today.
Yeah.
I'm going to rent it.
I
go
can't wait
home.
to get Goonies.
I'm going to be the hero. And there's nothing there. They're all out. And then you spend 20 minutes hanging out at the counter by the returns bin waiting for the guy to empty it, being like, what do you got? What just came back.
That happens all the time when you go to the mall and they're out of smalls.
Yeah. They're, but that disappointment doesn't happen anymore, because now when you go into a website, you click a drop-down menu, and if they don't have smalls, it's just grayed out, and then you go to another website.
Yeah.
Like, there's no sense of disappointment anymore.
I know. I just like the experience of going to places like Yorkdale or wherever, Eaton Center,
That's,
where
you have to make a
Scarborough Town
list.
Center.
You got to make a list, because otherwise you're just all willy-nilly walking around.
No, I love that.
No, not at a mall. When you go to the grocery store, you make a list. You don't make a list when you go to the mall. The mall, you just live.
Oh, yeah.
You live
you
the
walk,
mall.
You live your life.
Yes.
You're good. You grab a Starbucks. You walk around.
Living that
I'm
mall
excited,
life.
man.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hi, this is the Roz and Mocha Show.
Yeah, the wife and I were still really big into going to the malls like Halton Hills or Sherway and stuff. And there's certain products like perfume colognes that you have to try on yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? So I agree with Mocha 100%.
Okay, but what I'm saying is that once you know your things, okay, so once you know your size in Nike, once you know what the cologne smells like, once you know all that stuff, if you run out or you need to replenish or you need something new, it's, do you still go to the mall? Like, if you have a cologne that you love and you run out of it, do you then go to the mall and buy a new one, or do you buy it online?
It depends, because sometimes when we go to the mall, we get like freebies and stuff from the associates.
That is true. That is true. When you're buying cologne and perfume, they got them little samples, right?
So
and then you take the sample and you're like, yeah, let me think about it, and you just load up.
Yeah, the incentive.
Exactly,
I guess the incentives are good though. Yeah, you're right. You got to be there for the incentives.
Well, and that's it. Sometimes you just don't get it. And Mocha, you appreciate this. My wife's Guyanese.
Yeah.
So she knows how to find the bargains when you go actually at the store too, and not only online.
Oh, hell yeah.
Is that a Guyanese thing?
Oh, yeah.
Sniff out them bargains?
Oh, yeah. You want to find everything for cheap.
Exactly.
And even then, when it's cheap, you're like, you know what? It could be cheaper.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so true.
We got a couple of texts at 925-555. Somebody said, I'm a stay-at-home mom of 2 young kids. Forget going to the mall, which would include at least 5 tantrums. I order everything on Amazon. It's faster, and shipping in most websites is usually free. It saves you money in the end from compulsive shopping. So I do agree with that, because my wife... Much to what you
that's true.
said, Roz, where you know your size, you know what you like, and it's just click, click, boom. Order, gets shipped to the house the next day. But I don't know, just something about going to the mall, for me at least.
I like malls.
And like walking around and like trying different things on, or maybe
Fully
you
agree.
hit up a store that you didn't think about in that moment that of you going to the mall, right?
Yeah.
Like if I'm going to Foot Locker, let's say, but I pass by the Bay, then I'm going to go dip into the Bay for a little bit.
Especially a place like Halton Hills, where they've got like deals always and always.
Hey, is that
up.
the outlet out
Toronto
there?
Outlet? Yeah, sorry, the Toronto Outlet.
Oh, okay, nice. You like it there, huh?
Yeah, you know what? You'll be surprised. With Gucci, they got Padar, they've got Yves Saint Laurent, and then there's a cosmetics store, which my wife gets a lot of her products there, like Tom Ford. Instead of spending $70 for lipstick, is like $24.
Which one? Sephora, right?
No.
No? Do they have a Sephora out there? I think they do.
No, they don't.
Oh, you mentioned Sherway earlier.
Yeah, Sherway, yes, they have the Sephora.
Ever since they did that renovation there,
it's dope.
That mall is awesome.
I know. Every time Catherine goes to Sherway, I'm always like, just valet. She's like, I'm not valeting at a mall. I'm like, no, man, just valet, baby.
Yeah, why not? It's there.
Yes.
It's there for you to friggin' use.
Yes.
Just do it.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love Sherway, though. It's so
and you know the Bay, the cosmetic women there and stuff like that, and also the
God,
they're
dude,
fantastic.
you love the cosmetic section of anywhere, huh? All you're doing in this conversation is talking about cosmetics.
Sorry, it's my wife. She's got such a collection, you'll be surprised.
No, you're just like looking at the ladies that work at these places, huh?
I'm not going to say anything.
What's your name, bro?
David.
David, thanks so much for the call today.
Thank you. Have a great day, guys.
You too. Enjoy.
Bye.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
Update.
Hi, Christine. Welcome back to the Roz and Mocha Show.
Thanks so much. Glad to be on.
All right. The last time we talked to you was back in January.
It was a while ago.
So here's what you wrote us then, just to sort of bring everybody back up to speed. You wrote us this, Roz and Mocha. How do you know if you like your best friend as more than a friend? I've liked him on and off over the years, but sometimes I think it's the idea of him and not having any other options, mixing that up with just being friends. At that time, you were wondering whether it's worth risking having the conversation with your best friend, if it was worth risking the friendship over that, right?
Correct.
Okay.
I remember specifically one thing that we had asked was if your best friend ever had a girlfriend or got a girlfriend, if you would be jealous or if you had ever been jealous, and you said yes.
Yeah, that's correct.
And then we also asked if you could see your best friend, let's just say the scenario played out that the two of you got together, if you could see your best friend as being the father of your children, and you were adamant, said no.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
what
right.
happened after you got off the phone with Roz and Mocha? Did you talk to him?
I did. It took a while. You guys really made me think about it, and I was like, okay, maybe I don't have those feelings or whatever. So I really tried hard to get on the apps and all that, and I ended up starting to see another guy.
Yeah.
But I was still stuck on this friend. So I did have that conversation.
What was it again about your best friend? Was it just the convenience of having him around, him being that comfort, him being that shoulder for you to kind of cry on, or that one person to go to all the time to talk about everything?
Yeah, basically.
Oh, okay.
So I was always comparing.
Easy. It was easy.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was.
Okay. So what happened? You had the talk.
We did. And we decided that, we had both agreed that we had thought about it in the past, but that we didn't want to mess up what we had, so that we decided that I was going to continue to try seeing this other guy that I had started talking to and go from there. And so nothing's really changed, but I'm more happy with where I am, and I kind of understand where we are now.
So he wasn't that India, huh?
No, don't think so.
No.
But is your friendship okay, though? You guys still hang out? You guys still talk?
Oh, yeah.
Or has it changed a little bit?
No, it really hasn't. Maybe for me,
Yeah.
I'm trying not to rely on him as much, but...
Okay. Do you think it made your friendship a little bit stronger, having that talk?
Yes, definitely did.
Do you have a boyfriend now?
No.
Okay.
Does he have a girlfriend now?
No.
Listen, I'll give you a piece of advice here. When you get a boyfriend, if you really like the guy, you gotta cool it with the male best friend.
Yeah, I know. I do.
It's not cool.
I know.
And I know everybody's like, oh my God, shut up. Guys and girls can be... No, it's not cool. It's not. You can't have a boyfriend or a husband and then have another guy in your life that you sit there and tell secrets to.
Yeah,
or
it's
that
a little weird.
or that you confide in. It's rude.
And I know, and so I don't want that, but I know it has to happen, but at this moment, I don't want that right now. I'm happy with where we are, but
All right, good.
I know when that situation comes up that I'm going to have to cut up ties a little bit.
So quickly before we let you go, how's life on Tinder and the apps and all that stuff? How are you finding it?
A lot of work.
Yeah.
I've cooled it for a little bit. I went back to work as I'm a teacher, so I just kind of cooled it, and I'll go back mostly when I'm bored. I find I'm on the app.
You spent your hot girl summer trying to swipe left and right, huh?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, putting in that work.
Yeah.
Hey, girl.
Did you have any success at all? Did you have any fun?
Yeah, it was a little bit of fun, but nothing that I wanted to continue past.
No, it's hard meeting somebody, man. It really is.
It's so much work.
Oh God, it's so much work, and it's all just fleeting. It's all those apps and what you get out of them. It's just, I don't know if you can build a foundation on that. I know people do, but there's just when you have to wait so long and work so hard to just get through the volume of people who just want to hook up to find somebody else, it must be maddening.
It is, and it's just the same conversation over and over again.
Yeah. How many times this summer did you tell somebody what you did for a living but not really tell them the truth?
All the time.
All the time.
see?
Your whole summer.
Man.
It's what you do.
Hey, you know who sounds like a great guy? Your best friend. You guys should get together. I'm just kidding. Hey, Christine, love you lots. Thanks for joining us again on the Roz and Mocha Show.
Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
On Kiss.
Oh, this just in.
What's that?
It's about that time.
Oh, it is that time. I completely forgot. Hey, Mocha, are you ready?
Of course. Let's do the news.
A Roz and Mocha Show and Kiss 92.5 News Break.
They say that teens who hold off on dating actually have better social skills and are less depressed than teens who are actively dating through junior high and early high school. It's an interesting stat. The research team discovered that teens who had not dated during middle school or high school displayed good social skills, low levels of depression, and generally fared equal or better than classmates who were dating. Surprisingly, the study's authors discovered that non-dating students had either similar or better interpersonal skills than their dating classmates. Furthermore, while self-reported positive relationship scores did not differ between the two groups, teachers rated the non-dating students significantly higher than their romance-seeking classmates in terms of social and leadership skills.
Wow, really?
Yeah. As soon as you start dating, it's not like nowadays. It's not like you're out in the world or you spend the time to get to know somebody. You go face first into your phone. Yeah. That's what happens when you start dating, and that is where all the problems start happening. The antisocial behavior, the depression, the obsessiveness, everything else. So as soon as you start dating, you go into that dating world that your phone allows you to do, and that is a problem, and it's always going to be a problem, and it's not going to get better until we all collectively do something about it. Oh, did you see this video that Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello posted?
No, what happened?
So I guess there was a picture of them, and every time they kiss, people goof on them because they say that it looks like they don't know how to kiss, and they say that Camila kisses like a fish.
Aw.
So they did a video and they posted it on Insta where they're both sitting there, and you'll hear what they say, and then what you won't hear is them kissing in like the most sort of disgusting way. People said that they kissed disgusting, so they did a video of them actually kissing disgusting. So here's the clip.
So we saw like on Twitter and stuff, you guys saying stuff about the way we were kissing and how it looks weird, like we kiss like fish.
Yeah.
And
really hurt our feelings.
we just want to show you how we really kiss.
Yeah.
Okay, now you got to watch the video because you have to see what happens. Because she immediately, they go in for like what would normally be just like a kiss, and then she immediately just puts her whole tongue out and like hooks it in his mouth and then starts licking all over his face.
Yeah, it's got to be a joke though, right?
Of course it's a joke. Yeah, but it's like somebody said that, you know, something this tragic should never have been done on 9/11.
Oh my God.
It made...
I can't even.
You know they're fans. You know they're fans. Let me know when you have the video there.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
jeez.
okay.
Girl, you need to calm down. Oh God, guys, come on now. That makes me feel weird.
Yeah, right?
Yo,
so that's what fans are saying, that like, we love you and all, but this makes my stomach feel weird watching that happen.
You know what makes my stomach feel weird?
What's that?
There's a bottle of Belvedere.
I know, they got a lot of liquor in that hotel room, man.
Let me see, there's Bombay Gin.
Yeah.
There's, looks like Patron Silver. There's a bottle of Hennessy. There's a bottle of red wine.
Yes.
No wonder she kisses weird.
I know. They got a lot going on in that hotel room. Angelina Jolie's son, Maddox, briefly broke his silence on his troubled relationship with his dad, Brad Pitt. So Maddox, who's 18, is now going to...
Yo, that kid is 18 already?
Yeah, he's the oldest of them. He's going to college in Japan, I think, or Korea maybe. And... apparently, he and Brad have been estranged since 2016 when there was that reported incident on a plane where there was an altercation between them. That incident also reportedly led to Angelina filing for divorce from Brad. So Maddox was asked if Brad was going to be visiting him at university, and Maddox says this, I don't know about that or what's happening. Then they asked him... whether his relationship with Brad was over, and apparently he shrugged and went, well, whatever happens, happens.
Whoa.
Right?
All right, then.
That's like... I had no idea. I didn't know it was that bad.
That's the sounds of a kid who don't care about his dad.
Jeez,
Like, whatever.
Or a dad who doesn't care about his kid. TIFF is going on right now, and all the headlines earlier in the week were J-Lo could and should get an Oscar nomination for her role in Hustlers, the stripper heist movie.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, what? And then when the actual reviews came out, people were like, yeah, no, legit, J-Lo should get an Academy Award nomination. And you're like, okay, TIFF is crazy. And then I'm going through stories today, and according to NPR and both the Daily Beast, the other film that premiered at TIFF that should land another longtime actor their first Academy Award nomination.
Okay, hold on. I have to sit down for this. Is my mind going to be blown?
And they're not saying this in jest. They're saying this in complete, like, legit, it's going to happen. First of all, this actor has been nominated for 30 Razzie Awards and has won 9.
Wait a minute. Can I guess?
Yeah.
It's not... I mean, the hype is around Joker. Is it that movie?
No,
is it Joaquin Phoenix?
No, Joaquin Phoenix has been nominated before.
Oh, okay.
Adam Sandler.
Hold on. What?
Yeah, Adam Sandler's in a movie called Uncut Gems about a jeweler gambling addict who winds up owing a lot of money to the wrong people. And everybody's saying that it's his best work since 2002's Punch Drunk Love. And again, the Daily Beast ran a huge story on it, and the reviewer for
Adam Sandler?
for NPR.
From Jack and Jill?
Yes, yes. Did you ever see Punch Drunk Love?
Never.
Sandman was really good in that.
Was he really?
Yeah, he was really good in that. And people thought that he should get an Academy Award nomination for that. And then he just went back to doing, dumb Sandler movies because he makes a bajillion dollars doing them. But they're saying Adam Sandler should and very well should get an Academy Award nomination for his new movie, Uncut Gems. Isn't that crazy? We could have J-Lo and Sandman on the carpet at the Oscars this year.
Wow.
The National Toy Hall of Fame in Rochester, New York announced this year's finalists for induction on November 7th.
Yeah.
Last year's inductees for the Toy Hall of Fame, if you remember, were the Magic 8-Ball, Pinball, and Uno. Those were the toys that were inducted into the Toy Hall of Fame.
Magic 8-Ball, so stupid.
Is it a toy, though? I guess maybe.
I say it is.
Roxy has Simon. Do you remember Simon?
No. What's Simon?
Is the round game that lights up and it makes the sounds and you have to follow the pattern.
Oh, you have to mimic. Yeah,
beep,
okay.
Beep, beep,
okay.
beep, 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 beep. Right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Simon. Yeah. Okay, cool. So she's real good at it, right? And we were like, I wonder what the record is for Simon. And then I looked it up and the record was 15.
Wow.
And Rox can get to like 12.
Oh, wow.
Right? But then I dug a little deeper, and the record is 15, meaning Simon finishes its cycle of lights and sounds at 30. So the most you can do at one game is 30. So the guy who holds the record for Simon did the sequence of 30 15 times in a row.
Oh,
so when they say the record is 15, meaning he completed Simon 15 times in a row.
The cycle of 30.
The cycle of 30, which is incredibly difficult to do. So here are the nominees for this year's Toy Hall of Fame. Care Bears, coloring books, Fisher-Price Corn Popper. What's that? Jenga. Oh, I love Jenga.
Oh, Jenga's so good.
Magic the Gathering, Masters of the Universe, smartphones, come on. Tops, Matchbox Cars, My Little Pony, the Nerf Blaster, and Risk.
Risk?
Yeah. Well, you didn't like Risk? You never played Risk when you were younger?
No.
No? Why not?
I don't know.
Well, you weren't into it?
No.
Not your thing?
No.
Oh, interesting. Okay, whatever. Farrah Abraham. I don't know a lot about Farrah Abraham, but I know that she's
Teen Mom. From what I've heard, she's from one of the OG Teen Moms.
And then she was on like Celebrity Big Brother and Couples Therapy. She's one of these like reality stars that just floats between the reality shows to just sort of keep herself relevant. And yesterday she posted a video with her and her daughter in New York, sort of commemorating 9/11. But here's what happened.
Okay, so we wanted to do, since it's going to be September 11th, in honor of the Freedom Towers and Observatory Deck and everything of 7/11,
Hold on.
Yeah.
You do this. Wow, look at this, guys.
Did you just say in honor of 7-Eleven?
Yeah. Because of everything that went down at 7-Eleven.
Girl.
Also, in the video, her kid sneezed twice and she never said bless you. That
Can I
bothers
just-
me more than the 7-Eleven thing, I think.
Yeah. After the first time, be like, bless you, honey.
Yeah. Donald Trump holds a press conference talking about all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
But one of the things that came up was getting rid of flavored vape juice so kids don't start vaping. And he was talking about Barron and Melania. Barron is their kid. Melania, of course, the first lady, his wife. But if you listen to this, he refers to Barron and Melania by saying she's got a son as opposed to our son. Listen to this.
And that's how the First Lady got involved. She's got a son together that is a beautiful young man, and she feels very, very strongly about it.
Why not just say we? We feel strongly.
Right.
We have a son.
Right. It's super weird. Like, it's super weird the way he talks.
He's such an ass, huh?
Like, it's so weird. And also, man, like, you know, a couple people get sick from, you know, tainted vape pods in the States, and Trump is like, no more vaping. And yet people are like, bro, guns, come on, man. You can't jump on vape pods on day 2 and not do jack about guns.
Yeah.
Like, for real, man. Like, even the optics of this are terrible. And all your optics are terrible. So there was a guy in the UK, 71-year-old, who got a $123 speeding ticket.
Okay.
And it was like a camera, a traffic camera got him. He claimed that the traffic camera was actually taking a picture of the car beside him because he was busted doing 35 in a 30.
What?
Okay, right? So he fought it.
Yeah.
And he fought it first and he lost, and then he fought it again and he lost.
Okay.
The ticket was for $123.
Which seems excessive for going only 5 over.
He spent $37,000 fighting this case.
Oh, no. What a loser.
And not only that, when he was talking about his regrets about fighting this case, it also came out, because he's 71, that $37,000 was actually his son's inheritance.
Oh, no. What a loser. Bollocks. Bollocks to you, sir.
Roz and Mocha Q&A.
All right, Ask Roz and Mocha for episode 103. Before we get to our phone question, just a couple of Apple reviews I'll get to right now. From Nab Shal writes, love you guys, gave us 5 stars. By the way, we get these from Apple Podcasts. So if you have not yet left your review, feel free to do so, because we love reading these on the podcast. Nab Shal writes, I've been listening to Kiss 92.5 forever now. We listen to you guys as a family. We love that now we can listen to your show whenever we want. Ali Khan. Listen, when you write in your name, okay?
Yeah.
If you're leaving your name, don't write all the letters in lowercase.
No,
okay?
it messes you up. You can't do that, people.
Ali Khan 47 right, subject line, best podcast ever. Says, I drive a lot and this podcast helps me keep my sanity. This is better than satellite radio. Very entertaining and never boring, even for a second. I just wish there were even more episodes. Bro, we're working on it.
Yeah, man.
Look, we're at 103 right now. What more do you want?
I know.
2 episodes a week.
Yeah.
Come on. ASCIDINIANZ. Whoever you are, thank you for leaving this review. Once you start listening, you will be 100% hooked. It's the best podcast ever. These guys are always funny. Thanks for the laughs. P.S. Roz is the best. Fire emoji, fire emoji. And I'll end on this one. Emma Lawson writes, best podcast ever. You guys got me through my concussion with days of lying in the dark, listening and laughing. Keep it up. You're all so funny. Apple Podcasts is where we get these from. And of course, we get your questions that you ask for Ask Roz and Mocha from Instagram. Every time we post a picture that reads Ask Roz and Mocha at Kiss925, by the way.
You can hear with a concussion, right? It's a coma where you can't.
You can still hear with a coma.
Oh, okay. As you are.
Deaf is the one you can't hear with.
Okay.
Hi, Andrea.
Hi there.
All right, what's your question?
My question is, would you rather be an ugly genius or a hot moron?
Okay.
Wow.
This is easy for me.
Oh, boy.
But okay,
Okay,
so
here we go.
here's the thing. Before you give your answer and before I give my answer, Mocha, Maurie, what is your answer? Would you rather be, Andrea, the question was, an ugly genius or a hot moron? Maurie.
I would love to be a hot moron.
Okay, there you go.
Okay. Andrea, out of curiosity, what's your answer?
My answer, I think I'd rather be an ugly genius.
100% ugly genius.
I was going to say the exact same thing.
Yes.
I'd rather be an ugly genius because if I could
Exactly.
use my smarts to make some sort of, extra income, just figure out a way to make more money.
Yeah.
Then
And then you're
but
ugly.
I can make
there.
money as a hot moron.
No.
As a model.
How? No.
Being a shirtless model.
How many, Maury? How many rich shirtless models do you know?
No.
How many ugly geniuses are there in the world that are rich?
All of them.
All of them. Because here's the thing: is that and maybe it works different for women, but I can only say this because you're asking this to me as a man. I would say that the way that it works in our world, and it's one of those unfortunate facts of life, and that is you see there's millions of examples of rich, ugly dudes who still wind up dating tens.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter at that point.
There
Like,
are examples all over the internet of this.
yeah, there's examples all over the world of this. So if that's what your thing was, like if you want to be a hot moron just to land somebody or be able to date beautiful people, I think that your chances are actually more likely that you're going to date beautiful people if you were an ugly genius. Yeah. That's just my take on it anyway.
Yeah, but if you're a hot moron, people are going to look at you when you're on the beach and you're in your tank
Yeah,
top
but nobody wants to hang out with a hot moron though. Like maybe for a bit, but then everybody else, the only people that enjoy
morons are super fun though at bars.
No, the only people that like hanging out with hot morons are other morons.
I know, but then let them all gaggle together.
I know, but then you're in a group of morons for the rest of your
But
life.
you don't know you're in a group of morons because you're a moron.
Well, I know, but that's the problem.
Right. So then to them, they're all fine.
No, but I'm saying for you and being successful and wanting to do things, like you're just going to hang around morons your whole
But
life.
all the hot morons I know, like they have no care in the world.
Because they're morons.
But isn't that awesome?
No. No, it's not. At all.
Does that answer your question, Andrea?
I think so.
Yeah.
But I don't think, Mocha, I didn't hear why you wanted to be a ugly genius.
Oh, so I can figure out a way to make more money.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that works.
That's always the goal,
But
right?
I know a hot moron that has a Louis Vuitton bag.
Yeah. Okay.
How did he get his Louis Vuitton bag?
How do you know it's not fake?
There's no way that's a fake Louis
But
Vuitton
if he's a
bag.
moron,
Yeah.
maybe he doesn't know it's a fake.
Maybe you don't know it's a fake.
Because I'm a hot moron?
No, wow. Let's not go too far here.
Thanks, Andrea.
Thanks, guys.
All right, take care.
Bye.
All right, Gregory asks this question. Wow, I can't believe we're answering this one. I'm new to the podcast. What was your opinion of the whole U2 and Apple debacle from 5 years ago? I'm a big fan, but I just wondered what you guys thought. So Gregory is referring to that time that U2 released an album and Apple just put the album on everybody's device without anyone saying, hey, I want the new U2 album.
And you couldn't delete it.
And you couldn't delete it. Actually, no, you could delete it.
You could delete
Wasn't it for a while? Like you were not
no,
able to-
you could. It just appeared. Like the album appeared
It was a
and
whole
like
thing
downloaded
of
and everything.
We're going to give it to everybody for free right now. But instead of just going to iTunes and clicking, oh, I want the free record, it just showed up in everybody's iTunes. And
everyone was mad.
And everybody was mad. Yeah, I'll tell you, I wasn't so pissy about that. Because whatever, I mean, U2, it's, whatever, it's a U2 record. If I listen to it, I listen to it. If I don't, I don't. What I think turned people off from that was that it put a spotlight on just how easily they can do things like that. Because you always have there's a sort of sense of ownership over your own stuff and a reasonable sense of privacy or decorum or permissions or all of this stuff. And just the fact that they were able to snap their fingers and put something in your iTunes, I think freaked a lot of people out.
Yeah.
And it was about that. It wasn't so much about U2 or the record. It was the fact that they can do this so fast.
Yeah. I wasn't upset. it was just more of an inconvenience because I was like, I don't want this on my phone.
Right.
Now I got to go and delete it.
Yeah. And
also,
it takes up space too, does it not?
Yes.
Yeah.
Also,
yeah.
why are you doing this and how are you doing this to my phone when I didn't ask for it?
Didn't Bono like apologize?
I think they all had to.
I think they all had to.
U2 had to apologize.
Yeah.
Apple had to apologize.
Yeah. I understand the intent because they wanted to sort of do something real big and splashy, which was, hey, we just released a new record and guess what? Look at your phone. It's there. Like it's like magic almost. But a lot of people were like, oh man, that's weird. Don't do that.
It's
don't
pretty cool.
Just put something on my phone when I don't want it there. It's invasive, man.
Like I wish, if TD Bank wanted to just like drop some extra cash in my account and then send me a text being like, we got you, don't worry. I'd be cool with that.
They do that. On my account, I get $1 extra every month for interest.
You get $1? No, they take $1.
No, I get $1.
Oh, you get $1. Oh, so
And
like
every month I get $1.
Right. Just $1?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's pretty cool when you look at when you log into the account and you see $1, $1.
That's great.
But how about when you also look at the same account and it's like minus $12, minus $22, minus $50?
Yeah, there's that too.
Yeah. How much money do you have in the bank right now?
Right currently?
Like, are you in the red or are you in the black?
No, right now does not mean currently.
Oh, I know. Yeah, no.
No, I'm not in the red right now.
No?
No.
You're in the black?
Like, I think if I bought lunch today, I'll be in the red.
Oh no, lunch would put you into the reds? And we don't get paid till like next week.
Wow, dude. It hasn't even been like a week yet since we got paid and you've already burned through it minus lunch.
Well, Matthew wasn't home to cook me dinner, so I had to order Uber Eats.
But how much money are you spending? Uber Eats is crazy now, by the way.
Yeah, you do Uber Eats every day, right?
No, a lot less now because there's that service fee.
Dude, Uber Eats now is almost, and I really enjoyed for a while, even Uber now. So I'll give you an example, right? Yeah. And so I use Uber so much that I consistently have $4 off. Right, all my trips. I've had $4 off all my trips. Maybe everybody gets it. I don't know.
No, only if you use it a lot.
But I've had $4 off Uber trips for 6 months now, and it's awesome, and I really appreciate it. But I will say that the prices of Uber have been consistently going up and up and up and up and up. So when I first started taking Uber, when I leave this studio and I go up to ET Canada, it's always cost me the same amount of money, right? When I leave ET Canada and I go home, it would always cost me the same amount of money.
That's with your $4 off.
Just generally, right?
In general,
so generally, the price would be to get home. It was about $27, and then I would get $4 off, right? And it's all worked into the budget, everything else, so I don't worry about it. So it was $27. And then I would get home and get the $4 off, right? So it was a sweet deal, not a bad deal. That was about a year and a half to 2 years ago. Now, getting home with my $4 discount cost me $32.
Ooh,
that's how much it's gone up. That's how much Uber's gone up.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So it's now, what used to be a $27 trip is now a $35 trip. That's how much it's gone up.
Math right now.
So to what? Figure out the percentage of that, Maury?
No, how much you're spending a week?
Oh yeah, I spent a lot of money on Uber.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's budgeted though, more.
But guess what? Not in the reds.
Not in the reds.
JT asks, besides hanging out with your families, what do you guys do for fun?
But you like hanging out with your kid, Roxy.
No, but other than, not instead of. The question is besides hanging out with your families. I think you heard it as instead of hanging out with your family. What do you like to do? Maury's answer is like everything.
Yeah. If your husband died, what would you do for fun? Oh, well, in that case, let me get my list.
I sent myself an email about this last week.
Geez, what do I like? Don't really. I mean, I like spending a lot. I like spending time alone. I like spending time in the lawn. I do a lot of lawn work.
Yeah.
But my family's there, and I always love. Like, I can go out and do lawn work on my own, but I much prefer it. Like if I'm in the lawn and Roxy and Catherine are up in the garden, and like I like that. Like I sort of like not doing the exact same thing together, but I like doing the same, having the same kind of day as the girls do. I enjoy that a lot. I don't really do a lot. Like I don't go out really, and I have friends, but I see them every now and then. So I don't do a lot. Yeah. Like I'm quite boring.
Huh.
I don't have those kinds of activities. Like I like doing outdoor work, but then in the winter there's no outdoor work, and so I don't do any of that. But yeah, again, like if there's a hobby kind of thing or something we enjoy, like Catherine and I will we wind up doing that stuff together, like making candles or cooking. I would say cooking is my number one thing that I do without my family because Catherine doesn't really cook, and Roxy is just playing Switch. So I would say cooking would be the thing that I do, but I don't have any extracurricular things.
Maury?
I don't rock climb or anything like that.
No, I mean, I hardly see my family, but when I do, it's like all or like we're going to go apple picking, or it's like it's.
No, we're talking about Matthew.
Oh, what do I like doing without Matthew? Like,
oh my God.
Not your family.
Yeah, like
they're not talking about my mother.
You don't consider Matt, like you're married to Matthew, right?
But we do,
and you've been together forever, like, and you don't at this point even still don't consider him like family.
Okay, I'm not alone. But do you consider? I guess you would consider the people you live with your family. Right? Like, am I alone at like you forget that sometimes?
Right? Like,
yes, you are alone in that.
Like if you got an invitation for somewhere, right? Like like say it was some rich socialite or whatever in the city. And they were throwing a big giant party at their mansion, and you got an email, and they were like, "Hey, Moore, we would love to have you and your family over for this massive holiday party."
I would immediately
you would bring your dad. Like, you wouldn't think Matthew?
It's your husband, bro.
I know, but when you say the word family, I think Frank, Donna, Daniel, Kyle.
Oh, no! So Matthew's number 5 on that list?
No, because like husband, he's like it's family, but when you say the word family, I immediately think of parents.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so if you were on like Wheel of Fortune and you want a family vacation,
I'd be like, oh God, I gotta go with my dad.
It's super weird, man.
You have to say, I'm going to take Frank, Donna, and the kids?
Yeah. But if you Matthew, then the things I don't do without Matthew, I go to boot camp, I go to Soul Cycle, I do lots of stuff without Matthew.
Right. All the things you like.
Yeah.
Yes, all the things I like.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What about you?
What about you? It's tough with a little kid, though. It's tough. It's
but when
hard.
I have those moments, like on Fridays and Saturdays, for example, when Jenna goes to bed and I'm not that tired yet, I just stay up and I watch like a ton of YouTube videos.
Yeah.
And I watch videos on like video editing and photography because I'm really into that stuff.
Are you still playing video games?
I have not.
You have not. Why'd you smile like that?
Because
she doesn't find it sexy.
No. I used to play games a lot. I used to game.
I know
a
you
lot,
did. I know, and it was Spider-Man was driving you
Saturday
crazy.
Night. Oh my God, I love that new Spider-Man game.
Yeah, that's 3 years old now.
In all honesty, I stopped playing video games.
Yeah.
Ever since I watched the Black Mirror episode with Anthony Mackie.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
But you're not playing like that, though.
No, I know, but still.
Yeah.
I just like sometimes I game with like other people online and stuff.
Yeah, but you don't have to make love to them.
No, I trust me, I know that.
Okay, but you're worried they don't? Like,
No,
and now
I
it's expected?
No. I just like I don't know why. It's like this weird thing that when I think about playing video games, I think of that episode.
Yeah,
and, like everything that went down in that episode.
Black Mirror's really messed up your because now you won't even go to pig farms or something because of the episode with the pig.
Yeah, no, that Black Mirror episode with Anthony Mackie was just awesome. There's one line in that movie that's so great. Is when he realizes that he's in love with them and that nothing else in that game is going to compare, and he's like, I effed a polar bear.
And it was nothing like what we had.
Nothing like what we had.
Like, come on, man. Yeah, no. So I haven't played.
No, you don't have to make love to the people you play video games with, though. I don't know.
That.
It's 2019.
No, I know. It's something.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll get over it and I'll start gaming again.
Okay.
And I am trying to learn a new music editing program, so that's how I spend
cool.
some of my time.
What program are you trying to learn?
It's Logic Pro.
Oh yeah.
Logic Pro.
Yeah, I used to be really good at Logic Pro.
It's changed so much.
Has it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy now.
Yeah.
What these programs do. So that's what I'm spending my time on. Patty Alvis. Oh, this is specifically for you, Roz.
Oh.
You should take a break and go on a trip.
No.
Grace Casino Alvarez writes, Roz Mocha, how often do you change your bed sheets and clean your toilet?
Bed sheets, that's a Catherine question. That's not a Roz
I think
question.
that's it every other week in our house.
Yeah.
I think.
Matthew does it every weekend.
Toilet, I would say
Once a month?
To clean the toilet?
Yeah.
No. No, like
longer?
It generally gets cleaned once a week. Definitely scrubbed like right down every 2 weeks when we have somebody that comes over and has been coming over forever to help out at the house. This beautiful woman named Colleen, who is family and she's awesome. But when she comes over, it's like, oof, forget about it. You don't even want to go in the bathroom. It's so good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you have the 1 hour rule after a
God.
bathroom's cleaned?
Which is what?
You can't use the bathroom for 1 hour, so you can at least enjoy it being cleaned.
Would you pee in the sink then? Where do you pee?
No. You have to like hold it for an hour.
Hold
so at
it.
least-
What?
No, Maury, Maury, I am not giving myself a bladder infection because I don't want to messy the bathroom. Also, where are you peeing that it's going to be any different than the way it was when it was clean?
Well, there's driplets, right? So
driplets?
Sometimes when you pee and you're done, there's like sometimes it drips onto the seat.
Okay, but clean the pee. Why does it drip onto the seat?
When you're putting it back into your pajamas.
Hold on here. Wait a second.
Wait. Hold on. When you pee, right?
Yeah, how do you pee?
It goes, assuming the toilet seat is closed, right?
Yeah.
It goes lid, seat, and then rim.
Yeah.
So when you're peeing, do you only lift the lid and with the seat down, you just aim
through the smaller hole?
Yeah.
Oh, why?
Why don't you lift the seat?
But why? There's a hole right there. Why do we need to open the hole for the hole?
But why though? That's for number 2, not number 1.
No, I use with the seat down for both.
And what do you do? Just wipe your pee off with the sock? Like, what do you do?
No, I grab like a square of toilet paper and I'll just sort of bloop.
So you don't do like a full wipe.
Weird.
But like for guys though, if the seat's closed, right, with the lid, and you go to open it, you just grab
both.
Or you just grab the seat because the lid will automatically
That's what
go
I mean.
up anyway, right? You do
yeah.
both at the same time. Like, why do you go through the trouble of separating the lid from the seat?
It's not trouble.
Does Matthew know that when you pee standing up, that you don't lift the seat?
Yeah, because sometimes if I forget to wipe droplets, I get yelled at like, "Get in here now!"
But then, okay, so
and then he's like, "This is going to be the end of us if I have to keep cleaning your pee."
But why not just lift the seat then? It doesn't make sense
because my whole life I've never done that, right? Like
You've
there's
never
a hole,
done that.
You just use the hole that's there.
People pee weird, man. Every time I find out the way somebody pees or poos, it's weird. I told you, I had a friend that I knew for years, and we were like best friends for years. And then one day he was just telling this story about being at his mom's for a holiday or whatever it was, and he had an upset stomach. And at some point in the story, he was talking about going to the bathroom, and then he just casually threw out, and then I stood up to wipe, and then da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, and then you what? And he's like, da-da-da-da. And I was like, no, before that. He goes, I stood up to wipe. And I'm like, you stood up to wipe? What do you mean you stood up to wipe? And he goes, like, when you go number 2, you go number 2, and then you get the toilet paper, and then you stand up and you wipe.
Yeah.
And I was like, what do you mean you stand up and wipe? And he's like, I stand up and I spread my cheeks with one hand, and then I wipe with the other hand, and then put it in the bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you don't wipe while you're still seated? And
How do you do that?
And he goes, no, who would ever do that?
Everybody?
No, I stand to wipe.
You stand to wipe.
You're such a liar.
No, I'll show you. I'll stand to wipe. I've never wiped sitting down. How do you wipe sitting down?
How do you wipe standing up?
Yeah.
I can't
so
believe
if
you-
I'm done,
I can't
I'll
believe
stand
you
up.
poop like
I'll
that.
grab the toilet
So
paper.
while your pants are around your ankles.
Yeah, I'll grab the toilet
pajamas.
paper.
Yeah.
My pajamas. And then I spread and...
So turn around. Let me see how you do it. Your technique. Okay?
Oh my God, this
Yeah.
is so
I
weird.
Okay.
take the toilet paper off the roll.
Yeah.
Fold it in half.
Yeah.
Spread.
With one. So you put a bare hand in there.
And then I sort of wipe and then stick in.
So hold on here. So you have not wiped yet, and you put a bare hand in there to hold the cheeks open.
Yes.
You put a bare hand in there, having not already wiped.
Touching in the area. I'm sort of holding...
Not touching in the area. That whole thing is the area. In order to spread a cheek, you got to get a hand in there.
Yeah, but the hand is not in the area.
Yeah,
it's
it
just on the
is.
cheek itself.
Oh my God.
And then you wipe and stick in.
Wow.
So you stand, spread with one hand, and then wipe with the other.
Yes.
What do you do with your legs? Do you spread your legs?
It's like this.
But you got pants on. Your legs can't spread that far.
Or however far you can, but like this, yeah. And then you wipe and dab the end of your thing and throw it in the
No,
toilet.
you sit and then you just lean.
Yeah.
You lean off to
Never-
one side.
That's what I do.
And you wipe.
Yeah, I
That's
sit
how
and lean.
people wipe.
How do you? But then you have to. How do you? You got to like sort
No,
of.
you don't do a squat. You're like your feet aren't. You're not lifting your butt off the whole thing. You lean to the side.
Lean to the side, and then what? Then spread your.
Who taught you how to wipe your bum?
Nobody teaches anybody. You do it yourself.
That's
Like,
not
you
true
learn.
at all.
What?
Every parent teaches their child how to wipe
So
their
then
bum.
I guess my dad stands.
So your dad must stand.
Yeah.
You come from a long line.
Of standards.
Can you
Of
text your dad
standards?
right now?
Can I? Yeah.
Text your dad right now and ask him if he stands to wipe. Let's call him. No, I don't want to call him. The man's at work. You can't
Wait
have
a minute.
You can't have this conversation.
Does Matthew know that you stand?
Matthew sits.
Matthew sits.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
does he know that you stand?
I don't think he knows that you stand.
No, he's never seen. He leaves the door open. I have the door closed.
Oh, so he has no idea. Should we call Matthew real quick?
Don't call Matthew.
Why?
The Amazing Race Canada finale. Okay, I'm calling my dad.
You're calling your dad.
Oh no! Don't call him.
What has he got to do?
Oh no! Put the phone closer, Maury. It's at the back of the microphone, man. The bottom of the phone's
The bottom of
speaker,
the
by
phone.
the way. Oh no, that's where you talk. The top of the phone's the speaker. No,
He's not answering.
I gotta get to the bottom of this, man.
You have reached the personal voice message of
Oh, the personal voice message.
Yeah, it was a big shot.
You've reached the personal voice message, just in case you thought that this was a community voice message.
Come on, Frank.
So old school. You've reached the
Okay.
man. people-
Ashley has a fantastic follow-up question to what we were asking just now,
Okay.
or what we were just asked. Ashley writes, "What was the last lie you caught Maury in? That he stands to wipe after pooping."
No, that's true.
I don't know, man.
I don't
think
see. I'll tell you this, and because I know you're listening to this right now, and it's very difficult to sort of visualize it. When we said, "Hey, Maury, stand up and show us how you wipe," the motions, where the hand goes, how the hip goes, everything else was very fluid. It
Yeah.
did not look like he was doing that for the first time.
what was the last lie that we caught Maury
That I
in?
told Anna Wintour that I dress to the nines every day.
No, that's not a lie, bro. I mean, that is a lie, but that's not. We didn't catch you.
What was the last thing you lied to us about, Maury?
Trying to think. Stop calling your dad. Stop calling your dad. Leave the man alone.
What was the last thing you lied to us about? Did you lie to us today?
No.
Yesterday?
No.
Yesterday for sure.
No.
Come on. You can't go a whole day without lying.
I lie every day, not to you. Like,
Oh, yeah, right. That's such a lie. There, that's the last time Maury lied. B asks, what popular TV show / movie do you refuse to watch or give a chance?
What popular TV show
Okay, I got one.
/ movie do you refuse to watch or give a chance?
I got one. Big
Yes.
Bang Theory.
Oh, you're missing out, man.
Yeah, Big Bang Theory, top of my list too.
Right?
Nah,
I
not for me.
refuse.
From what I've seen in every commercial and everything else, it's just not for me. It's not my
Yeah.
kind of comedy. I don't like that stuff. I don't find any of them interesting. Not for me at all.
Sopranos.
I've never seen an episode of The Sopranos.
Wow, you
but
guys never
I'm
watched
not. But
Sopranos?
I'm not against The Sopranos though. Like that's
Oh,
the
okay.
thing, right?
Why do you refuse to watch Sopranos, Maury?
Because I've seen clips and I'm like, would I actually enjoy this? Like, I don't like that. You know what I mean? It seems very gangstery and not my kind of humor.
Well, it is a gangster.
Right.
Just like I've
TV
never
show.
seen Goodfellas. I've never seen what's that other Italian-y one that you like? You know,
First of all,
Scarface.
not Italian.
Yeah, not Italian.
It's Scarface.
yeah, Scarface. I've seen a clip and
Cuban.
I'm like, why are these people talking like that?
Right, but you're not. But are you against them? Like for me, I refuse to watch season 2 and 3 or anything that has to do with 13 Reasons Why. Like I refuse to watch that show.
Same. Yeah, I'm not down with season
Or the
2
new
or 3,
season of
any
Orange,
those.
I won't watch.
Why?
Because the last one I watched, I'm like, this is going nowhere, and
Right.
I'm like, I'm done.
Okay, so but you okay, so it's not like you didn't give Orange is the New Black a chance. You watched 7 seasons.
Yeah, now I'm done.
Okay, great. way to stick to your guns more.
Isn't this like the last season of the show, though?
Yes, it is. It is. But no, yeah, I would say that Big Bang Theory is right up there. Just it's not for me at all. It's not.
if you want to watch
a
a good, because I know that's like a nerd comedy. If you want to watch a really, really good nerd comedy, Silicon Valley on HBO.
Yeah, it's a much better show.
Way superior.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what
Big
else
Bang.
do I refuse to watch. Oh God, I'm sure that there's a lot. Movies, though. What movies do I refuse to see? I don't know if I really refuse to see anything.
Yeah, I can't think of a movie that I would refuse to watch. How about you, Maury? A movie?
Well, the Scarface one. I
right.
I don't know why they talk like that.
Yeah. Well, because they're not from here, more. Their accents.
Yeah. They're immigrants.
Yeah, they're immigrants.
But it doesn't sound like an immigrant-y voice. It sounds more like a gangster kind of, thug voice.
Oh, so now you're calling immigrants thugs?
No.
No? Is it because all immigrants?
No, I don't think it's like I'm calling them that. I thought they were this, and now you're correcting me that they're this.
Oh, no. They are. But it's interesting to you that you haven't seen the film or don't really know the plot, and you just heard the accent and were automatically like thug.
I can't be alone in that.
What, in your racism?
Is thug a race?
Is in your xenophobia? Like in your...
Every week on Instagram, you'll see us post Ask Roz Mocha. That's where you ask all of your questions. We'll try to get through all of them. And, of course, get one of you to ask on the phone. What?
I'm trying a different number for my dad.
Not his personal voicemail?
No, I'm calling the house.
It's so funny because somebody else on here, Leslie F. asked, what are your thoughts on season 3 of 13 Reasons Why?
Oh, wow.
That's really interesting. Yeah, I don't. I found that the first season of 13 Reasons Why was so just atrociously awful and the absolute wrong messages to send that I was horrified that anybody who was in their early teen years would actually watch that show or find it relatable in any way because it was awful. It was atrocious. I think the whole thing was a giant mistake.
All right, and that's a wrap. We will catch you on episode 104 of the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Powered by Air Transat. Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10.
on Kiss 92.5.
Kiss925.com.
Or download the Kiss 92.5 app.